Left it in the lower right wing corner for Tero Laterra, who moves it up the right wing. Brad Purdie, the neutral zone. Cross the line to Selmser in the slot. He let it drift in on Cassivi, who dove out on the puck and took a little whack there from Selmser right at the end of the play. We get a whistle and a play stoppage. 19:28 for period number 1, and no score in the game. The face-off is in the Cyclone zone.
Well, Fort Wayne comes in here tonight, and they've always had some pretty good success against Cincinnati. And they're a team right now, second place in the Central Division, and you can expect this team to play hard tonight, knowing that, again, back tomorrow night, the Cincinnati Cyclone team will go up the road 3 hours and be entertained in the old Komets Center.
Yeah. That could be, Bill, when you think about the future of this Fort Wayne franchise, as we have a little bit of a delay, it could be the last game the Cyclones play in that building.
You're exactly right, and we'll talk about that as the game goes on.
Here's a face-off to the left of Cassivi. Cyclones get it. Ashdashenko in the lower left wing corner. Send it in behind the Cyclone net, away to the right boards to Patterson. He'll lift it ahead to the neutral zone. And the Komets take it back. Ward moves it across to Shargorodsky. Then up the left wing to Boyce at the Cyclone line. He directs the puck to the corner. Ashdashenko got it, threw it in behind the net. Robin Bawa took it away for Fort Wayne. Left it in the left wing circle for Bashkirov. He and Patterson vie for the puck along the near boards. Bashkirov won the battle to Shargorodsky to the left wing corner. Bawa, he tries to center the puck. Patterson whacks it away to the near boards, not out. Shargorodsky left point into the slot. Bashkirov, one-timer, stick save made by Cassivi, and then he covers on the loose puck ahead of the goal crease, and he holds on. Pretty good save by Cassivi early on with 18:51 left in period number 1 and no score.
Now Frederick again standing tall in the net. He's out challenging like he's got to do as a big goaltender. Good things happening, but that Fort Wayne line, Bashkirov playing the middle now, John. With Zayev out of the lineup, what they've done is add a little bit of speed. You got Ian Boyce on the left side, Robin Bawa on the right side to add a little bit of muscle.
Well, the draw again to the left of Cassivi. And Fort Wayne with the only shot on goal so far. Here's the draw. Boguniecki against Scotty Morrow. A couple of New Hampshire grads haven't had it on the face-off. The draw won by the Cyclones. It ends up in the near corner. Morrow went to get it. He's checked into the corner boards by Andre Waugh, who left the puck there to Egeland. He'll carry in behind the Cyclone net. Came out, wraparound shot. He scores! And Tracy Egeland beat Freddie Cassivi to the left post, and with a backhanded wraparound, he put it in behind him. It's now 1-0 Fort Wayne Komets.
Well, that's, again, just hard work right there. And, again, Cincinnati getting caught on their heels. And it looked like Freddie Knipscher lost his man as, again, Egeland come out and stuffed it on goaltender Frederick Cassivi. And Cassivi not quick enough to come over. Couldn't see if it got on the short side or not, John, but that's in the back of the net. We got a 1-0 lead, 18:33 to go here in the first period.
Now that's the 5th goal on the season for Tracy Egeland. That's the 2nd he scored against the Cyclones goaltender Freddie Cassivi. Back to the play. Boguniecki pushes it over the line, and a drive by Egeland for the right circle, sails wide of the net. Then in behind the play, Boguniecki tumbles into the Cyclone cage, knocking it off of its moorings. We get a whistle and a play stoppage. 18:21 for the first. 1-0 Fort Wayne Komets.
You know, while I was gone, John, you know, the one thing that I would always look at in the games is number 1, shots on goal, number 2, with the lineup changes that you've had, goaltending always plays the key important role. And knowing that Yanni's out of the lineup, Frederick Cassivi has to carry the load right now, and it's a lot of pressure on him. We know that he can do the job, but it's being able to get started in a game so that the rest of the guys in the team can really follow suit.
Well, face off in the neutral zone, head of the Cyclone blue line, is won by the Komets, and one of the new kids, Chris Newens, who's up from Flint in the United League, flips the puck off the left corner dasher. It slides behind the Cyclone net. Nemeth tried to clear. It ends up at the near point to Martin. He knocks it over the Cyclone blue line from the neutral zone. Wells took it along the right wing boards. He'll carry out to center ice. Here's Jeff Wells over the Komet line right wing. Took it deep into the corner. Flips it on goal. Stick save. Reddick. It slides free to the left boards. There to get it at the left point is Nemeth. He sends it into the left circle. That's batted away. And then Todd Simon was knocked down in the left circle by Purdie. And then Newens gave out the puck to Simon. Right in front. Dion a drive. Big save by Reddick. And then another shot by Dion. And Reddick made that save as well. So Polke coming up with 2 big saves early on for the Komets. That's going to add to his confidence. The Komets lead the game 1-0, and the face-off stays in the Komet zone.
Again, position in the net is such a key right there. Polke Reddick at the top of the circle, and Dion coming up with an opportunity, not only 1, but 2, both shots. First one into the pad, rebound come right back out. Dion again with a second shot. He let it go quickly right into Polke Reddick's glove. Big save by Reddick to keep the game 1-0. 17:40 to go here in the first.
Now we get our first look at Jan Bulis. He wins the draw. Out to the left point to Bert Henderson. Moves into the circle. Fires! And Reddick made the save. Puck trickles under the goal crease. And an alert play by Lance Ward to dig it out of there. Moves it left wing, Bawa, the neutral zone. He carries to the Cyclone line, dumps it to the corner. Henderson just does miss a hit on Bashkirov. The puck slides free to Boyce, who moves it ahead to Patterson, who touches it out to the neutral zone over the logo at center ice. That's broken up. Here the Komets the other way. And Selmser will just send it off the left dasher and in behind the Cyclone net. Gasivi stops it back there for Bert Henderson. Komets change up their lines. Here's Henderson. Moving it ahead to Patterson in the neutral zone on the left wing. Dumps a long one beside the Komet net. It bounces out. Reddick sticks it away to the far circle. Boyce took it away. He carries in behind the Komet net. And now into the right corner. Jan Boyce with the puck. Being tied up, gave the puck to Patterson. He lost it along the near dasher in the corner. It's wedged free to Danino along the right boards. He'll stick it in behind the Komet net. Shargorodsky back to get it. Hands it ahead to Egeland, who'll move it ahead to Ian Boyce in the neutral zone right wing. He moves it to Boguniecki at the Cyclone line. He ran into two Cyclone players, lost the puck, and looks like Boguniecki might be hurt a little bit. He'll head to the Komet bench.
I agree with you. I think that right shoulder, he's going on slowly and being looked at as he goes there, John.
And now a miscue at the Komet blue line. Chervyakov took the puck and then gave it right back to the Komets. Egeland. He'll send it ahead over the line to Brad Purdie to the right wing corner. He flips it off the side of the Cyclone net. It's deflected in behind, and Danino will move it out to the neutral zone over the center ice logo. Dion Darling back to get it there. They would have head to Brad Purdie in the neutral zone in front of the benches. He'll shoot it to the Cyclone blue line. Chervyakov took the puck, nearly had it swept off his stick. Got it to Morrow. He had it knocked off his stick into the Cyclone zone a few feet. And then Nielsen will send it out to Morrow, left wing neutral zone. He drops it over the Komet line. Chad Dameworth back to get it. Gave it up over the center ice logo. Knipscher carries over the line. A drive, stick save made by Reddick. Knipscher got his own rebound against the left boards. Sticks it in behind the Komet net for Morrow. He's pushed off of it there. Puck slides free to the right corner to Nielsen. He hands it there in the right corner to Scott Morrow, working against big Chad Dameworth. Couple of big guys there wrestling against the right boards now to Knipscher. He'll carry back into the right corner, reverses directions, carries to the right circle, tries to flip it on goal. Andre Waugh picks it off. He'll carry out for Fort Wayne to the neutral zone, and from the right wing side, he backhands one into the right corner. Tom Nemeth took a big bump there from Waugh, sent the puck up the far boards, not out. Waugh got it in the corner, tries to center in front. Jeff Wells took it away, carries behind the net, and moves it ahead to Hawkins, right wing neutral zone. He lifts it to the Komet line, left wing for Simon. He got tied up with Newens, lost the puck. And Mike Martin will carry in behind the Komet net, then move it to Newens along the right boards. Outlet pass is to Waugh, right wing neutral zone. At the end of his shift, he'll just tuck it down the right boards and in behind the Cyclone net. Gasivi sticks away the far boards. Newens hustles, took it away, and shot the puck in behind the Cyclone net. Bashkirov picks it up along the left wing board, centered in front, cleared out by Nemeth, and a drive by Purdie from the high slot is knocked away nicely with a blocker from Gasivi. Wasn't controlling his rebound there, but he was able to get the last one. And then Nemeth drives it the length of the ice through traffic. Back to touches Martin. Icing is called here against the Cyclones. We'll take a quick 30-second break. 14:37 for the first. 1-0 Fort Wayne Komets. Back with more Cyclones hockey after these messages on All Sports 1360 Homer.
Why wear glasses or contacts? Trust your eyes to the doctor.
Okay, I needed to get into that.
No 1 minute break.
Physician Dr. James Sanitato.
No, they'll do it at the 13.
Vision correction
13.
Yeah, first whistle after 13. You've been watching NHL games.
Why wear glasses or contacts?
First whistle after 17.
Enjoy a
First
first
whistle after
13. From contacts and
13,
glasses.
9, and 5, I
Call
think
Dr.
is what it is.
Sanitato to schedule a free laser vision correction evaluation. Call 1-800-988-5127.
Right back here, Air. Right here, Air.
Dr.
Right here.
Sanitato, the doctor of Cyclones trust at 1-800-988-5127.
Sports talk you can stomach. All Sports 1360. Homer.
Back to first star center, 1-0 Komets. Play in the neutral zone over the center ice logo. Sean Penn, a Miami of Ohio grad, pokes the puck in front of the Cyclone net. Ashtashenko got it there. And he hands it to the new kid, Jan Boyce. He'll carry ahead to the neutral zone and hand the puck to Ashtashenko over the center ice logo. He drove it wide to the Fort Wayne net. There's Patterson to receive it. He drives it toward the Fort Wayne net. Reddick got the stick on that, knocking it over top. And it's cleared around up the near boards by Dameworth, but the puck is taken back by the Cyclones. Jeff Chevalier at the right point. He turns and flips it in on Reddick. He makes the easy glove save. Looked like a third baseman picking up a ground ball there. He just held on for the whistle. 1-0 Fort Wayne Komets.
Tell you what, Pokey looks controlled tonight, and he looks very confident, and I think there right away, making those two stops on Gilbert Dion in the first 3 minutes of play has really set the table for Pokey Reddick. I think a lot of people realize that experience in the net, it comes from, again, years of experience. You don't see many 20-year-old goaltenders playing that well, and this guy right now exudes confidence, and this team's playing very well as well.
We stopped 46 of 49 Cyclone shots the last time these two teams got together. And if he hadn't had that kind of a performance, the Cyclones would have beaten Fort Wayne probably about 8-4, but it turned out to be a 4-3 win for the Komets. We're back to the play. It's in the left wing corner in the Komet zone. And Simon sends it in behind the net to Hawkins. He walks it out to the goal line on the left wing side, hands it to Simon, skates by a screen, flips it in front of the net, and Reddick will just steer it away to the left wing boards where Selmser picks up the puck and carries out. Moves it to the Cyclone blue line. Danino hustles back and stops the rush. Moves it ahead over the Comet blue line. It's taken back by Darling. He'll move it ahead to Egeland, left wing over the Cyclone line. Drop past Selmser, a drive, hit a stick, and tumbles over the glass and up and out of play. Whistle and a play stoppage with 13:18 for the first. And it's 1-0 in favor of the Fort Wayne Komets. Well, you see that line for the Komets there, Bill. Sean Selmser, Eric Boguniecki, and this kid Tracy Egeland. I did a little research on Egeland, a draft pick of the Chicago Blackhawks back in 1989. Played 3 years with the Indianapolis Ice. So he's got quite a bit of experience in this league. Over in the American League, he played for Cape Breton and a little bit for Hershey, so he's been around a little bit.
Well, he is, and he's one of those guys that every shift he's going to give it his all. He's not a blessed goal scorer, but you take a look at the number of penalty minutes that he has. That tells you a little bit of the character of the kid. He's up into the hundreds every year, and tonight he's added another dimension to this hockey team.
Very serviceable forward, I would think, for Grant Saunier and the Fort Wayne Komets, and he's playing pretty well. Back to the play. He's got two goals against the Cyclones, by the way, in 2 games. Back to the play. Purdie carries across the Cyclone blue line on the right wing side, and he fires it in on Cassivi, who makes the easy glove save, and he holds on. And then behind the play, Jeff Wells sent Ian Boyce for a little tumble there right beside the Cyclone net. We get a whistle and a play stoppage. 13:02 for the first, and the Komets lead at 1-0.
Well, Big Mo just got indoctrinated along the boards by the rookie out there tonight, the new one fella that plays up in Flint. He caught Mo right there along the boards, and Mo, no worse for wear. He's back taking the face off in his own zone to the left of Frederick Cassivi.
Scott Morrow missed a couple of games due to a hyperextended right elbow. He's back in there now. Good to see him back in the lineup. No doubt we'll see him right in front of the Comet net late in the hockey game with the Cyclones trail. Back to the play. Nielsen walks it over the Comet line on the right wing, tries to send it in front. Boyce took it away, lost his edge, and the puck to Knipscher at the right point. He flips it into the left wing corner in the Comet zone. It slides up the boards to Morrow. Left circle, moves in, dangles, moves in again, shoots! Stick save by Reddick. Loose puck poked away to the corner by Martin. And then Morrow threw Martin down to the ice. It's going to cost the Cyclones, I believe. We'll have to see. It's either going to be the Cyclones or the Komets. We got a tripping call coming up. Either way, we'll tell you about it after this 1-minute break. 12:33 for period number 1. 1-0 in favor of the Fort Wayne Komets. Back with more Cyclones hockey after these messages on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Holman Motors has been a family-owned and operated dealership for over 50 years with one goal.
They're out hustling the
customer
Cyclones.
satisfaction.
Angle, moves it again, shoots! Stick save by Reddick. Loose puck poked away to the corner. They're out working as well. Martin down to the ice. It's going to cost. I've got Waugh because he got in the puck from the corner.
Famous for his
That's what I got down.
In fact, that's our slogan, which is about all we have time
Oh, well.
Pay these guys
Steak
down
and
here for
Shake,
me.
famous for steak burgers.
You're listening to Cyclones Hockey on All Sports 1360. Homer.
We're back here to First Star Center. John Weideman and Bill Davidge for Cyclones hockey. The Komets lead at 1-0 with about 12.5 to go here in the first. Glad you could join us. First of 3 games in 3 nights for the Cyclones. We'll be up in Fort Wayne tomorrow night. We'll have that game for you over on 1530 WSAI. And then Sunday we'll be right back here to play the Cleveland Lumberjacks. And we'll have that game for you right here on All Sports 1360 Homer. We get back to the play. The Komets control the puck. Purdie will carry out of the Komet zone. Left wing to the neutral zone. Drove it down the dasher and in behind the net. Slides free to the far boards. Henderson tries to flip it out. It kept in. And then Shargorodsky from the right point tries to send it in deep. He got it to Bawa along the right boards. Morrow was sent off 2 for tripping to Shargorodsky. High slap. Flips it on goal. Kicked wide by Danino to the near boards. Purdie got it along the left wing boards. Backhands the puck in behind the Cyclone net away to the right wing corner. Henderson took a bump there from Bawa. They continue to battle along the far boards. The puck slides out to Danino. He'll carry behind the Cyclone net, drive it off the right boards, past Purdie and the length of the ice.
Well, I think they're one of the best penalty killers in the league right there, Eric Danino. Always coming up with a puck. Good second effort right there. Giving good pressure on Fort Wayne down below the goal line.
And he really pays the price to get hold of that loose puck, too. That's the other thing.
That's what I like about him. This guy plays good positional hockey. His shoulders are always square up ice. When he does get a hold of the puck, it isn't a panic situation. He looks around the ice. More times than not, where Eric does, he goes right up through the middle of the ice. More times than not, it's open. He does an excellent job.
Well, we're back to the face-off at center ice. It's on the Cyclone side of the center ice red line. Brian Frericks, linesman tonight,
Hey,
Miami of Ohio.
Go Miami, go Hawks, baby.
This is their night.
This is it
I'm
right
not going
here.
to jinx them, but come on, Red Hawks. I'd like to see them pull the upset. I think that'd be great. I know a lot of people on the other side of the river right now are, the hell with you, Weideman. But
Yeah. Well, just think the Red Hawk is a much faster animal than that Wildcat. They can spot things 4 miles in the air. You know, I mean, things are pretty good, you know.
Well, and Kentucky's won a boatload of championships. It's time for the Miami Redhawks to
There
win
you
one.
go.
Well, what do you think?
I like it.
Well, anyway, 20 seconds left now on the minor penalty. And Andre Waugh out there trying to stir things up with Dion. The two of them push and shove. But meantime, the puck lays in behind the Comet net. Boguniecki will carry out with 10 seconds on the power play. He gave the puck to the right wing side to Newens just across the Cyclone blue line. He pokes the puck to the right corner. Boguniecki gave it to Waugh, and Ashtyshenko knocks him off the puck with a nice body check. Simon took it away, gave it to Dion. He'll clear it up the left boards and all the way down as the Cyclones come back to full strength.
It's good to see Ashtyshenko continue to play with two hands on the hockey stick and dropping shoulders into people. Very aggressive. Adds to this team, no question.
Now Chervyakov skates back and touches the puck. The Komets from the far corner had tried, that was Latera, try to pass up the right boards. He missed everybody. Chervyakov touches, and icing is called here against the Fort Wayne Komets. The face-off comes down into the Comet zone in the circle to the right of Pokey Reddick. 10:20 for period number one. Komets lead it 1-0. Interesting, Bill, the Komets 0 for 1 on the power play. The Cyclones have outshot them 8-4 here in the first period.
Well, they have, even though I think right now Fort Wayne's got a little more jump than the Cyclones. They must have stopped off for a little more caffeine before the game here today, because they've got that jump for sure.
Back to the play. A big hit by Boyce in the near corner. He knocked Bashkirov down to the ice. Welcome to Cincinnati, Jan Boyce. That's the hell of a hockey game.
Hello.
We're back to the play, and Danino from the high slot dumps the puck to the left corner, Comet zone. Bashkirov back to get it. He gave it to Dion Darling, who took it in behind the Comet net, hands it to Dameworth. He'll flip it across ice, intended for Bashkirov, right wing at the Cyclone line. Chervyakov broke that up and flips the puck down ice into the Comet zone. Dion Darling will move it up the right wing to Latera, the neutral zone. He sticks it down the boards. Back to touch is Danino, and icing is called here against the Komets. 9:41 now for the first. And the Komets lead it 1-0. I talked to Bob Chase. I told you about talking to Bob Chase and Butsayev and what the Ottawa Senators thought of Slava Butsayev. I understand they're also kind of taking a peek at Mr. Bashkirov there, too.
Well, they should. We look back a year ago when they had Shafranov, Bashkirov, and Butsayev. My recommendation, and also Michael Abelmont, one of our pro scouts, you put that line together, and that's as good a line as any second line in the National Hockey League. And I really think Rick Dudley is really building himself up and building a team with not only some superstars, but some guys that can fill in at any time.
Well, from the draw, Henderson drives a shot through traffic from the left point. It bounces away to the right boards to Morrow. He'll stick it to the right corner to Knipscher, who moves it up the near boards, but Penn intercepts. He'll send it across ice to Bawa. He moves it over the line. Purdie, right circle. He took it in below the goal line. Good defensive play there by Nemeth to force the play. Purdie came out from behind, shoots and scores. Brad Purdie walked the puck out from behind the Cyclone net into the left wing circle. He waited for traffic to appear in front of the Cyclone net, and he fired it into the top shelf. It's 2-0 Fort Wayne Komets.
Tell you what, Brad Purdie continues to do things that he does well. Last year in Manitoba, this year collecting his 24th goal for the Fort Wayne Komets. All started on the rush. Sean Penn taking it to the net. Purdie coming up with a loose puck around the net, and it just appeared that Cincinnati got standing around. And again, Purdie, a goal scorer like he is, found an open spot on Frederick Kasivi to make it 2-0. 9:20 left here in the first period. Fort Wayne right now outplaying the Cincinnati Cyclones.
We'll get the announcement here in a second, but I've got Purdie from Penn and Bawa. Let's get the call.
Number 28, Robin Bawa. Number 36, Sean Penn. Fort Wayne goal by number 21, Brad Purdie from Bawa and Penn. 10:40 of the first.
That was the 24th goal in the season for Brad Purdie. The Komets with a 2-0 lead. Back to the play. It's in the Cyclone zone. And Ashtyshenko flips it ahead to Dion in the neutral zone. Trying to give it to Simon and does. Carries over the Comet line. Fires! Kick save! Reddick! And he kicked it all the way out to the neutral zone, right past everybody up the middle of the ice.
Well, that shows some mustard on that shot as well. A hard shot from that line, but great save right there by Pokey.
Todd Simon will be my guest, by the way, Monday evening over at Willie's in Covington. We'll have it for you on All Sports 1360 Homer. Cyclones Talk will be the show. Jeff Wells gathers in a loose puck from Andre Waugh. The Komets flips it the length of the ice. Back to touches Lance Ward. Icing called here against the Cyclones. 8:27 for period number one. It's 2-0 in favor of the Komets. We'll be back after this 1-minute break on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Hi, this is Ed Patterson, captain of the Cyclones.
Do you hear the ice
I'd like to
effects?
remind you of
Yeah.
something we all need
Aren't
to
those
think
great?
about.
I wish they would
Security.
show the.
Maybe that
I'm
doesn't
being
sound
honest.
exactly
You better
like
work
your
on your
job,
feet.
but we all get tested
Yeah.
every day.
Not that you're going to get
one
quicker,
way
but
or
you got to
another.
lose some
And
weight and
when
get
you
stronger
you
there.
deserve a great bottle
Well, he
of
can do
beer.
that in the summer.
And
Yeah.
it's what's
A couple
inside.
skating programs.
Going to work with Tommy Glantz.
NCAA basketball regional semifinals continues tonight after Cyclones hockey on the home of the Final Four. All Sports 1360. Homer.
Back here to First Star Center. Here's Jeremy, a common drive from the left. Point blocker save made by Pokey Reddick. Loose puck ends up in the left wing corner, Komet zone. Bashkirov came out with it. Moves it ahead to Selmser at the Komet line. He'll carry. Sends Bashkirov right wing over the Cyclone line. Stops top of the circle. Flipped it into the slot. Intended for Laterra. It's off his stick. And it slides up the right boards. Patterson hands it off to Chevalier through the neutral zone over the Komet line. Ran right into a hip check there from Dameworth and knocked off the puck. Puck slides to the right wing corner. There to get it is Patterson. Patterson battling with Dion Darling. Couple of little guys back there. Patterson sends it in behind the net. Chevalier does a little twist and turn on Dameworth to try and walk it out in front. You got Selmser and Danino doing a push and shove. They drag the mix. Here we go. Selmser and Danino firing away the right hands. Danino getting the best of this. Selmser's lost his helmet and Danino pounds it with 1, 2, 3 right hands. And then as they hit the ice, Danino sneaks in an uppercut. Well, it all happened real quick, took about 10 seconds, and they each threw about 5, 6, 7 punches each, so a pretty good little scrap.
Well, it really was, and I understand with Mr. Sugden out of the lineup, somebody had to step up and maybe show a little bit, and I know Danny's been hurt, but I'm telling you right now, you get the crowd involved, and right there he did a great job on Selmser. Let's listen to the call.
Number 37, Eric Dandino. 5 minutes each for fighting at 12:30. Fort Wayne penalty. Number 29, Selmser. Cyclones penalty, number 37, Dandino. 5 minutes each for fighting.
And again, you know, when you put a guy like that in the lineup, and we talk about the Sugden kid fighting and having 4 fights in a couple of games, you know who gets riled up? The fans. You're down 2-0 right now. Eric Dandino, the veteran that he is, knows you better do something. You better change the character of this hockey game if you want to get back in it, because Fort Wayne's playing a pretty good hockey game right there. That's going to turn this around, Johnny.
And he knows if anybody would know about scraps against the Fort Wayne Komets, it would be Eric Dandino. He's had his share.
Yes, he has.
Well, here's the draw to the left of Pokey Reddick in the Komet zone. Scott Morrow will face off for the Cyclones. And he's going to go up against Brad Purdie, I believe, of the Komets. My view is obscured. Yeah, it's Brad Purdie. Here we go, Morrow and Purdie. Morrow wins the draw on Ashtyshenko, top of the right wing circle, moves into the slot. Here's Ashtyshenko, dangles, shoots, and hit a stick and tumbles over the glass. And out of play, Kasper's Ashtyshenko continues to impress me as a guy, a defenseman that can bring offense to the mix.
He did. Right there off the face-off, a good set play. A couple of picks being set down in there. Supposedly illegal, but I'm glad to see right there Ashtyshenko making one quick move, getting a shot on goal, and right there hitting a stick or a skate and up over top of the glass to the right, face-off to the right of Pokey Reddick.
And again, it's Purdie and Morrow. And now Purdy's been tossed out of there. He got a little overzealous on the draw. Veteran Robin Bawa will step in. And the drop of the puck, Bawa wins it to the corner. Dameworth went and got it. Crushed with a body check behind the net by Nielsen. They got the puck to Ian Boyce along the left boards. He misfires on a headman pass. Henderson's back to touch, and icing is called here against the Komets. 7-12 for period number 1. It's 2-0 Fort Wayne. And the draw goes back into the Komet zone. This will be again in the circle to the left of Pokey Reddick. And you hear those ice effects, Bill. I love
like
that.
You do.
We got it the last game, and oh man, is that sweet.
It really does. And hope you people at home appreciate it. It's like being right down there on top of the ice with them. And you can probably hear a couple of lefts and rights land. That last check, I can guarantee you got a little piece of that. I mean, that's as good as it gets.
I knew a guy that used to ask, where are the microphones? I'm going to hit somebody right next to the microphone, really make it sound big. Now back to the play. Ashtyshenko tries to wrap. Yeah! Oh, he scores! Scotty Morrow! Back in the lineup after a 2-game hiatus with a bad elbow. No bad elbow there. A backhander beats Reddick low to the stick side. The Cyclones are on the board. It's 2-1.
Well, and then another face-off draw to the left of Pokey Reddick, and Ashtyshenko set to pick the puck up. He walks around the net, has a great opportunity to put it home. The rebound comes out to Big Mo, and Big Mo didn't waste any time collecting his 26 on the year to make this a hockey game.
Scott Morrow! That is Scott's 26th goal of the year from number 4, Kasper's Ashtyshenko at 12:57.
Back to the play. Simon carries over the Komet line, flips it to the right boards to Wells. He'll stick it in behind the net to Hawkins. He'll carry back to the right wing corner. Then up the right boards, Todd Hawkins. Fends off a hit from Darling, tries to slip it into the corner. We got an outnumbered situation. Simon came away with a puck, walks it out and fires it over top of the Komet net. Now we got a penalty coming up here. I believe this is going to go to the Fort Wayne Komets. Looks like Sean Penn is going to head to the Komet sin bin, and the Cyclones are going to get their first stake and shake power play opportunity on the night.
Let's look at the last 3 minutes and what's happened in this hockey game. Fort Wayne coming after Cincinnati, even though being outshot, they were taking it to them. They were on top of it. Let's listen to the call here first. I guess let's not listen to that call.
Let's listen to the Beach Boys.
Yeah, Wildman's got the radio on down there. And
2 minutes for slashing.
Oh, there he comes.
A 13:22 Fort Wayne penalty. Number 36 Penn. 2 minutes for slashing.
But who said that fighting isn't part of a hockey game? It changes the complexion of the game, especially when you win a fight, just like Eric Dandino did. And I'll tell you right now, I love it. I think it's great.
You can see the guys playing with a lot more fire since that scrap.
It does. It really incites you, especially when you see one of your own go ahead and pummel another guy. Now, right, wrong, or indifferent, societal-wise, people come here to watch the physical play, and I think tonight you're seeing a little bit of that early.
After all, we are watching hockey. You know, if this was tiddlywinks or beach volleyball, or golf, we'd be. Well, I've seen some pretty tough golf.
There's some pretty good golf commercials out there. I'm telling you right now.
Well, the Cyclones on their first Steak and Shake power play opportunity on the night. They come into this game 5th overall in the IHL, and that's a large improvement over the last month and a half. 73 power play goals in 389 attempts, good for 18.8%. Right away, Jan Bulis carries the puck across the Comet line down the right wing. Does a little twist and turn in the right circle. Put it in behind the net to Jan. He had 4 the other night. To Simon on the left board. To Nemeth at the left point. Back to Simon, top of the left circle. Nemeth moves into the high slot. Simon fires, and a pad save made by Reddick. Dion got to the rebound left corner. Scoops it in behind the Comet net, away to the right point. Jeff Wells with the puck. Winds up. Fires a shot, it hit a stick, tumbles into the slot to Robin Bawa. He'll just clear it off the left dasher and all the way down ice.
Wellesley's just got to be a little patient. Fort Wayne has gone back, and they're not pressuring him at all. And Cincinnati, they've got all the time in the world to move the puck.
Now Wells will pick up the puck and carry to the Comet line on the right wing. Dumps it down the boards behind the net. Reddick stops it back there for Martin. He'll drive it off the right dasher and all the way down ice. 57 seconds left on the Steak and Shake power play.
That sound was not a shotgun going off. That was the puck going along the glass.
Here's Nemeth carrying to the neutral zone. Sends Knipscher to the Comet line, then across. He hands it to Hawkins, left circle. Lost it to a poke check from Martin. He'll drive it off the glass, but not out. Knipscher left point. Scoops it down to Morgie at Morrow in the chest. The puck bounces free to Boyce. He'll clear it off the dasher and down ice into the Cyclone zone. 34 seconds now for the power play.
Cincinnati unable in that dump in to come up with control, and they're turning it over at the line.
Then we get an offsides on the Cyclones as Chevalier carries into the Fort Wayne zone. Todd Hawkins was trying to drag his back foot. He was straddling that blue line, but just couldn't keep the foot in the neutral zone as Chevalier brought it across. Offsides is called against the Cyclones. 28 seconds left on the Steak and Shake power play.
You know, both of these teams are going to be going through a little bit of metamorphosis here in the next little bit. The trade deadline in the National Hockey League being March 23rd, and I think everybody sits and watches. The team that you see on the ice tonight, 2 weeks from now, could be entirely different, and it's going to be interesting to see what does happen.
And I think the coaches everywhere in the game of professional hockey and at all levels sit there and they hold their breath until that trading deadline at the NHL passes.
Well, guys like myself, we have to go and do doubly the work between now and then. And again, that's what it's all about, to try to find the best for the last run.
But that in the National Hockey League draft are really where the scouts earn their money, I would say. We're back to the play. Time ticking out the penalty clock. Knipscher in the slot. Turns, fires, stick save made by Reddick. And the Comets back to full strength. Cyclones 0 for 1 on the Steak and Shake power play. Loose puck in the far circle, gathered in. The Comets get it back. Penn will flip it across ice to the right wing at the Cyclone blue line. Henderson back to get the puck. Hands it to Chevalier. He'll now pick it up and carry behind the net. He's tripped back there. Got the puck in the near circle to Cherviakov. He'll loop back in behind the Cyclone net, then move the puck up the right boards to Chevalier. Hands it ahead to Morrow through the neutral zone. Steps to the Comet line and held up. Lost it to a poke check. Fell down, got it back, and just sweeps it in on Pokey Reddick with a backhand. And the Fort Wayne goalkeeper will flip it off the right boards to Purdie in the neutral zone. Right wing. Ahead to Egeland over the Cyclone line down the left wing. He's knocked down by Ashtyshenko. And the Cyclones might have gotten away with a penalty there, maybe not.
I had to give 2 minutes for diving right there. That's as good a dive as I've seen.
Nielsen carries over the Comet line. He hands it to Patterson in the slot. He got away a wrist shot. Hit the skates of Lance Ward and tumbles into the right wing corner. Where 4 hockey players, 2 from each team, battle. And the Cyclones win the battle. Morrow got it to Ashtyshenko on the right boards to Patterson in deep behind the net. He'll give it to Nielsen. He'll wheel into the right corner. And he'll flip it in behind the Comet net to the left corner. Scott Morrow there fends off a hit from Shargorodsky. Morrow muscles his way into the left circle, but his stick was lifted by Shargorodsky for the Comets, who took the puck away and sends it across ice to the right wing in the neutral zone for Purdie. That's over. Stick. Cyclones get it back. And Cherviakov moves it through the neutral zone on the left wing side into the Comet end. And Patterson tried to get to the puck, but Newens clears it off the glass and down ice to the Cyclone blue line. Chervikov gave it away. Here's Boguniecki on a breakaway. Moves in. Deeks and shoots. He scores! Eric Boguniecki took the puck. Chervikov coughed it up at the Cyclone blue line, and Boguniecki took it the rest of the way and deposited the puck into the top shelf. It's 3-1 Fort Wayne Komets.
Well, simple enough. Chervikov did not finish his shift. He was looking to get the puck deep. Did not do that, and Eric Boguniecki, 25 goals for the little guy, leading the team in goals, puts it in the back of the net. The Fort Wayne Komets now take another 2-goal lead, 3-1.
Well, Eric Boguniecki scores a gift goal. We'll pick up the call right now.
Boguniecki, unassisted, 17 minutes.
That was the 25th goal on the season for Eric Boguniecki. He is the leading goal scorer for the Fort Wayne Komets. He just added another. So 3-1 favor Fort Wayne. Long time to go in this hockey game. Still over 2 periods. Play in the Komet zone. At the line, Nemeth snaps it toward the net. It hit traffic in front. Came back out to the line to Wells. He lost it in the skates of Ian Boyce, and he was doing a hack and whack job. He knocked the puck to the Cyclone line. Nemeth had it. Coughed it up to Bawa, who's pushed over the line there by Hawkins along with the puck. And offsides is called against the Fort Wayne Komets. 2:31 for the first period. The Komets lead it 3-1, and the draw will be in the neutral zone right in front of the Cyclones bench and right in front of the Cyclone blue line as well.
Shots on goal, 12-6 in favor of the Cincinnati Cyclones, but a couple of mental mistakes is really what all this boils down to. And in this game of hockey, as quick as it is, you cannot afford to let your guard down at all. You can't afford to put that puck in the middle of the ice right there. Again, Chervikov turns it over. Boguniecki, the wrong guy to give it to. Yeah. It's in the back of the net.
Well, Martin dumps the puck from the Cyclone blue line off the corner boards and in behind the net. Ashtyshenko back to get it. Sweeps it up the left wing side and the length of the ice. They wave the icing. Reddick clears the puck around to the right boards. And Chevalier had it for a second, then lost it. Here's Ian Boyce the other way for the Fort Wayne Komets. Ahead to Bashkirov. Over the line there to Bawa. Right circle. Let go a shot. Hit a stick and tumbles over the glass. Up into the crowd. We're approaching the 2-minute warning here. 2:03 for period number 1. Fort Wayne with a 3-1 lead. And it looks like they're going to let the two combatants, if you will, out of the penalty boxes. Standino and Selmser.
Yeah, and down on the bench right now, I know Ron Smith with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to go, and the face-off, I believe it should be in the neutral zone. No, they're going to, well, let's see where he is skating to. Unsure right now. Oh, okay, it's going to be to the left of Frederick Kasivi. But you'd like to be able to maybe get one here before the end of the period. But I think the one thing is you've got to go in and tell your team, hey, let's look at how and what happened right now. Let's quit feeling sorry for ourselves, and let's get ourselves back on track. You play 40 more minutes of this hockey game. Come on out, take it shift by shift. Good things can happen, and I'm hoping right now that Cincinnati maybe get themselves a pretty good opportunity or put one in the back of the net before the end of the first period.
We have one score to report from the National Hockey League. Bill, go right ahead.
Yeah.
I know you're dying to do this.
Oh, Tampa Bay leading the Detroit Red Wings. Is that any good? I like that. They're leading the Red Wings 1-0. I used to be part of the Detroit Red Wing organization until they gave me my pink slip. Thank you very much. And another score, 14-10 left in the first period. Buffalo and the Rangers. Zip, zip.
Scores in the IHL, by the way, Milwaukee and Indianapolis, 1-0 Indy. That game in the first period. We'll get the other games to you when we can. From the face-off, Cyclones get the puck. And Danino's hit hard in the near corner by Penn. Keep an eye on those two. Penn came out with a puck, flipped it in behind the Cyclone net to Purdie. He tries to flip it to the doorstep. That's knocked out of the air by Knipscher. Head to Boulis over the center ice logo. Tried to hand it to Chevalier. He didn't see it coming by. Sean Penn took it away, and he'll flip it in beside the Cyclone net. City will stick it in behind for Henderson. He'll wrap it up the left boards to Knipscher. He tries to get it out of the zone with a kick. It's kept in by Darling. A drive from the right point, sails wide. Dameworth picks up the puck along the left wing boards. Threw it into the corner for Latira. He was tied up by Danino. Chevalier took it away. Hands it ahead to Boulis through the neutral zone over the Comet line to the high slot. Lost the puck to a poke check. Dameworth the other way. He'll flip it across ice in the neutral zone. Henderson collects right in front of the penalty boxes and sends it down the left dasher behind the Comet net. Reddick stops it back there for Dameworth, who flipped it to the near board Selmser. He gave it away, and Chevalier took it to the Comet net, but lost the puck off the stick from Reddick. Now the Comets come out. Here's Selmser in front of the benches, dumps it down the left boards. We get a whistle and an offsides called here against the Comets. With under a minute to play here, period number 1, Fort Wayne leading at 3-1.
You know, this time of the year, these games are also very important, and the Cyclones, you wish they had a game in hand, but Orlando a game in hand on the Cincinnati Cyclones. Home ice, home turf is a real important thing. You can't let games slip away when you're at home, especially against a team that you may see later on as time goes on, the Fort Wayne Komets.
Yeah, they're tied with the Orlando Solar Bears at this point now in the evening, but I mean, it's really pretty academic. The Cyclones have got to win more than the Orlando Solar Bears do here to the end of the season, and Orlando's got a game in hand on the Cyclones. So we get back to the play from the draw. And Morrow got the hands up in the face of Selmser. The two of them do a little joust. Let's see if we're going to get a scrap here. The linesmen jump in quickly and pry them apart. I think they're going to send them both.
No, I don't think so. I think Russ Johnson is going to take Morrow, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I seen it right away. The old head snap back on Selmser, and Selmser knowing that was the case. That's why you didn't see him fire another shot back at him. And Big Maul showing his feistiness, which is good to see, but you can't take a penalty like that, especially against a guy like Selmser, who just got his rear end cleaned by Mr. Danino.
You're absolutely right, Bill. Scott Morrow will go sit it out for the Cyclones, and I think 2 minutes for roughing. This penalty will carry over into period number 2 if the Komets are unsuccessful on the power play.
Well, you got, let's listen to the call.
19-14, the Cyclones penalty. Number 42, Morrow, 2 minutes for roughing at 19-14 of the...
Yeah, 45 seconds left. They've got a team that gives up shorties, and why not go after them and get one before the period?
That's a great idea. I like that thinking.
Come on, Bert, let's go, baby.
I got to wake up over here. We're back to the play. The Komets with the puck. And the new kid, Chris Ward, carries it, or Lance Ward carries to the Komet line. He's tripped but sends the puck to the neutral zone. Look out, Shargorodsky shot it into the face of Todd Simon. It ricochets away. Shargorodsky right point. To Ward, left point, snaps it toward the net. Stick save made by Cassivi. Gilbert Dion got to the rebound along the right boards of the Cyclone zone and backhands it all the way down ice. 10 seconds for the period. Here's Shargorodsky with the puck in behind the Komet net. They'll have one more chance. Shargorodsky lazily carries up the middle of the ice, drives a long one in on Cassivi. He blockers that one away to the near corner. As time elapses here in period number 1, and the Komets have outworked the Cyclones here in period number 1, and it's paid off. They lead the guys from Cincinnati 3-1 after 1 period of play.
Yeah, I think shots on goal, 13-8 in favor of the Cincinnati Cyclones. Couple of mental mistakes on behalf of the defensive zone, and turnovers and loss of coverage. That will definitely be corrected here. Yeah.
Anytime,
Glenn,
every time. Bakers, bagel bakers, bake a better bagel.
Close it out.
And brew a better bean.
This is Cyclones Hockey on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Yeah.
Back here to First Star Center. Here we go with the second period. 3-1 Fort Wayne off the draw. The Komets control. Lance Ward at the Komet blue line on the right wing side will flip the puck across ice to Oleg Shargorodsky. He'll just wheel in behind the Komet net and hand it to Eric Boguniecki. He's got a goal so far tonight. Made a drop pass to the line there to Shargorodsky. He carries to the left wing of the neutral zone and drives it down the dasher and in behind the Cyclone net. Henderson dug it out. Carries up the right side. Backhands it ahead to the neutral zone. Komets take it back. Derek Ward ahead to Ian Boyce. Across the Cyclone line, crisscrossing with Boguniecki on the way in. Ian Boyce will backhand it down the boards behind the net. And Egeland came out with the puck. He'll carry to the left corner and hand it up the left boards to Ian Boyce. It's going to be it for Ian Boyce. It'll be his last year. He's going to become an investment banker in Fort Wayne when it's all said and done. He gave it to Egeland below the goal line to the right of the net. Tried to center the puck. He ends up sending it to the near corner. Nielsen's got it there. Drives it behind the net and way up the right boards, but not out. Patterson broke his stick as he tried to send it out of the zone. Puck slides to Danner on the left corner. He'll send it all the way down ice. 9 seconds on the Fort Wayne power play.
Again, Fort Wayne not getting an opportunity to fire many pucks. Cincinnati pressuring well.
Oh, now he got a giveaway. Danino sends it ahead of Dion. To Simon down the right boards to the corner. Fort Wayne's open it in front for Dion. It's off his stick, and Dion tumbles into Pokey Reddick, the Fort Wayne Komet goalkeeper, knocking him down. Dion was hit from behind there by Oleg Shargorodsky. The Cyclones have come back to full strength. At 18:39 left for the second period. The Komets leading 3-1. Everybody appears to be A-OK.
Well, that pass was only about a foot off the mark. It went into Dion's skates. It ended up into the corner. Simon rushing in to the corner to pick up the loose puck. Dion continued to go to the net. That puck pass went right into the crease. It wasn't able to be deflected or handled by Reddick, and it ended up Shargorodsky ended up pushing Dion into the Pokey, and we've got a face-off to the right of Pokey Reddick.
Well, they fixed the net to the moorings. Face-off is to the right of Reddick in the Komet zone. Bill's got a press release there right beside him. We're going to get a chance to read it. It involves tonight's game and a player in tonight's game. There's a draw to the right of Reddick. Simon wins it to the left point. Ashashenko drives a shot. It hit Hawkins in front of the net. And then Hawkins looked like that might have caught him in the foot. He got back to his feet, then lost his balance immediately. In the meantime, the puck is sent the length of the ice by Bawa. Slides in behind the Cyclone net. Wells battling back there with Mike Martin of the Komets. We get a whistle. They've got the puck pinned against the dasher, so we'll get a face-off in the Cyclone zone to the right of Freddie Kasivi. 3-1 Fort Wayne Komets.
Well, we talked about Butsayev being signed by the Ottawa Senators, but Rick Dudley, the old GM of the Detroit Vipers, and now with Ottawa, signed Andre Roy, 24 years old, and the 6'3", 218-pound winger is going and he'll probably spend the rest of the year here in Fort Wayne, but a 2-year deal. And he's got to be a happy camper.
Well, I would be too. That's like new life. He began with the Boston Bruin organization, and I guess they decided he wasn't for them, so they sent him here to Fort Wayne, and somebody else likes him, and I think Rick Dudley had to have something to do with that.
Well, Dud's, again, he knows the league. He's got people still in the league that are very close friends, and both he and Grant Saunier very close, and Grant gives nothing but high accolades for Andre Roy.
Well, here's a play in the neutral zone. Selmser with the puck, charges over the Cyclone line, made a drop pass to Laterra in the right wing circle, gave it back to Selmser against the boards, fed the slot, Hawkins took it away. He'll move it ahead to center ice to Dion, right wing over the Comet line. To Simon, right circle, drive, stick save made by Reddick. And Hawkins with the rebound, sends it in behind the Comet net. Simon came out, flipped it to the doorstep for Dion. It's knocked away by Dion Darling to the near boards. Hawkins got the puck, but he's pushed off of it, and the Komets take it back. Dion Darling carries ahead to the neutral zone up the right wing, and from the Cyclone blue line, dumps the puck to the left corner. Cyclone in. Nemeth will chip it off the right glass ahead to the neutral zone to Gilbert Dion. Cross ice pass now to Henderson over the Comet line down the left wing. Lost the puck to a poke check from Darling. Simon got it back against the left boards and backhands it in behind the Comet net to the right wing corner. Hawkins is bumped off the puck by Dameworth. Komets take it back. Purdie hands it ahead to Laterra over the center ice logo. He'll wrist it in on Freddie Kasivi. He gloves that and drops it in behind the Cyclone net. Knipcher avoids a hit, sends it up the right boards into the neutral zone. And from right in front of the penalty boxes, Oleg Shargorodsky hands the puck to Purdie, who moves it over the line to Laterra on the left wing side. Drop past Shargorodsky, drive, pad save by Kasivi. Rebound, Kasivi came out with a glove save off a backhander there from close range from Brad Purdie. We get a whistle and a play stoppage. 16:38 now for period number 2. It's 3-1 favor the Fort Wayne Komets.
That's exactly what Freddie needed right there, John. Again, a big save here early in the second period to get that confidence back. You know, again, he's only been tested with 10 shots on goal here tonight. That last one, a big glove save. And again, we talk about confidence. The goaltender, much like a baseball pitcher and a catcher in the game of baseball, they've got to feel like they're capable of doing the job. And right there, Freddie looks like he may have a little bit of that back.
Well, here's a draw to the right of Freddie Kasivi. And Jan Bulis sends it right in on Kasivi. He had to be awake. He pins it in the goal crease and then slings it behind the net. Ashtyshenko's got it there. He left it in behind the net to Eric Danino. They'll move the puck up the left wing to Knipcher now in the neutral zone. Dumps it ahead for Bulis. It's over, stick to the right corner, Comet zone. And Ward back to get it. He sticks it off the left boards, and for Knipcher took it away beside the right circle. Hands it there to Bulis. To Knipcher, right circle, wide fires. Pad save made by Reddick. Bulis got the puck back in behind the Fort Wayne net and carries to the left corner. He's pushed into the corner boards. Ashtyshenko came out, walks in front, backhand. Reddick, the big glove save. What a highlight reel save by Pokey Reddick. And then a loose puck is knocked up into his glove. Pokey just happened to be in the right place at the right time and went, look what I found.
And what a play by Ashtyshenko. Again, for the third time tonight, Ashtyshenko walking down in front of the net and pulling the puck towards the backhand. A great big save right there. Pokey Reddick coming up big, keeping it at 3-1. 16 minutes to go here in the second period.
Here's the draw now in the Comet zone. This will be in the circle to the left of goaltender Pokey Reddick. And Bill Davidge has taken a minute to reacquaint himself with an old friend. We'll let Bill have a talk with him. You go ahead and talk to him, Bill. I'll give him the game. You want to go ahead and talk to the young man there. Go ahead.
Just an old father here of Dougie Melnick, Ronnie Melnick, his dad. I recruited his son, and seeing him, I'll tell you, brings back old memories.
Well, he's here in person tonight, giving everybody hugs and handshakes.
He's an old bear, he is.
I've never met Mr. Melnick, but probably a good human being, just like his son there. Sons, I should say.
Yeah, one or two of them.
One of them, anyway.
Yeah, one, Doug. Ron works for the Cyclones.
We're back to the play, and the Komets get the puck. Newens will poke it ahead to Boyce, standing at the Cyclone blue line on the left wing. He shot it in behind the net to the near corner. Bashkirov gave it there by mistake to Nielsen, who's knocked off the puck by Bawa. Bashkirov got it back. The Robin Bawa right wing corner, carries in behind the net, came out, tried a wraparound shot. Kasivi laid the goal stick down along the goal line to poke check it away to the left wing corner. Bashkirov got the puck, threw it out to the left point. Matt Martin winds, fires, glove save by Freddie Kasivi, and he holds on to the puck. That's a save of the hockey game right there. If that one goes in the net, it's 4-1 in favor of the Komets, and Freddie had to get that one low and through traffic.
Well, you want to bottle that attitude right now. He's aggressive. The sticks, the move around with the stick, right like that, Johnny. Right away, he gets a stick on top of the player trying to force it out, and then he positions himself down in front of the net, and as big as he is, it doesn't matter what shot at him. That one right there, right into the glove. A big save by Frederick Kasivi with 15:08 left. Here, a 3-1 hockey game in favor of the Fort Wayne Komets.
Well, the draw is to the right of Freddie Kasivi. It's going to be Simon against Brad Purdie. And Purdie sweeps the draw across ice to the right point. There to get it is Dion Darling. He backhands it down the right boards behind the Cyclone net. Selmser came out with it. Tried a wraparound shot. It slides out to the high slot, and Darling hammers one wide of the net. Puck slides into the left wing corner. Henderson against Sean Penn. Henderson had the puck, then lost it to Purdie. Put it in front for Sean Penn. It hopped over a stick to the near corner. And Danino and Sean Penn battle. Penn won the battle, got it to Selmser. Back to Penn in the right corner. Danino steps into him there. Penn still has the puck. To Sean, Selmser right corner, put it in front. Purdie one-timer, kick save made by Kasivi. And the loose puck taken back by the Cyclones. Here's Simon to Dion at the Fort Wayne line. Drop pass, Hawkins fires and hit the skates of Dameworth. Tumbles away to the left wing boards. Now the Komets have a 3-on-2. Odd man rush. In over the line is Penn. He lost the puck in the skates of Wells, who moves it ahead to Simon in the neutral zone. He flips it over the Fort Wayne blue line. Todd Hawkins went to the Cyclones bench. He may have either injured an ankle or have an equipment problem. Meantime, Simon's got the puck through it ahead for Dion. He tries to deflect it in on Pokey Reddick. And Reddick turned to the side, but the Komet net has been knocked off of its moorings. And I believe Gilbert Dion, on his way by the Komet goal crease, might have gotten a piece of Pokey Reddick there.
Well, I don't think it was by choice. I don't think that
you guys
he
have fallen
intentionally
really
went.
behind on break.
But again, he goes to the net. He's trying to make something, and right there, again, Pokey Reddick ends up knocking the net off its moorings.
Well, while they fix the net to the moorings, we'll take a 30-second break. 14:05 for the second. 3-1 Fort Wayne Komets. Back with more Cyclones hockey after this on All Sports 1360. Homer.
The Supercuts
How far behind, Air?
You're going sky surfing. +8.
We have a couple more spots to run from the intermission.
Okay, we're going to come up on 2 one-minute breaks here. How will that clean us out?
Oh, that'll help.
Okay, how far behind after that?
You just wet your pants. -12.
Style starts at the top with the look you want at a price that looks good too from Supercuts.
Can we make up for it in the intermission a little bit?
Supercuts has
Yeah, I hope
17
so.
local
Okay.
stores
So.
to serve you open 7 days a week.
We should be able to.
Supercuts, a proud
Okay.
sponsor of your Cincinnati Cyclones.
Coverage of the NCAA basketball
Put him on Wild Man
Regional
Show on Monday.
Semifinals, Sweet 16 tonight after Cyclones
That'll work.
on the home of the Final Four. All Sports 1360. Homer.
Back here to First Star Center, 3-1 Fort Wayne. The play in the Komet zone along the near boards. Eric Boguniecki came up with the puck and scoots it across ice. Jeff Wells picks it up in the right circle and the Cyclone in. Threw it across to Ashtyshenko. Headman pass up the middle of the ice is off of Patterson. Stickers Andre Waugh the other way. A drive wide of the Cyclone net from the left boards. And then Chevalier took it away to the neutral zone, then lost it as he's pushed off the puck there by Lance Ward. Back to get the puck of Shargorodsky. He's chased in behind the Komet net and pinned with a body check from Boulis. Shargorodsky tries to flip it up the boards. It hit a stick and came back in behind the Cyclone net. Shargorodsky and Chevalier battle. Loose puck sent right out in front by Patterson, but taken back by Boguniecki of the Komets. Now you got Patterson face to face with Shargorodsky of the Komets. I don't think Oleg Shargorodsky wants to do this, but they've grabbed hold of one another. Shargorodsky's got the right hand free. Patterson has a hold of Shargorodsky. And Patterson throws a right, no connection. The two of them have a hold of each other's sweaters and arms. Shargorodsky threw a right, Patterson a right, but no damage. This looks like it's going to be a wrestling match, and we may get another coincidental 2-minute delay of game penalty called here, Bill.
You think?
We may. That happened on, I take that back, it was Andre Waugh. My mistake, folks. It was 44, not number 4. My mistake. Couple of legitimate scrappers there.
I thought it was 4 as well. I mean, by the looks of it, but it looked like I think Patterson had the 4 wrapped up in his hand. But I think, again, they'll even it up in this scenario. It's hard to believe that those two guys square up and nothing's thrown. I think right now, Waugh says, wait, why am I going to give these guys the momentum needed like they just had in the first period when Danino and Selmser went toe-to-toe?
Well, we'll have to find out what the call is. Either way, they're sitting it out. Let's get the call.
Cyclones penalty number 23, Ed Patterson. 5 minutes each for fighting. 6:58. Fort Wayne penalty number 44, Waugh.
Well, I thought they'd give them 2 for delay of game each, but I guess they each dropped the gloves and they each tried to throw punches, so.
Russ Johnson, I'll tell you what.
Maybe they're trying. Maybe Eddie Patterson told him, you know, I got a bonus if I get a certain number of penalty minutes. Russ, how about it? Back to the play from the slot. Nielsen backhands one wide of the Comet net. Morrow got it in the right wing corner, sticks it in behind the net. Knipscher took it away and flips it back into the right corner. Morrow, he sticks it in front of the net, and Reddick got the stick on it, knocking it wide. And Newens took it away for Fort Wayne. Sent it to the neutral zone in front of the penalty boxes. Tom Nemeth took it there, hands it to Nielsen. Then the Knipscher over the center ice logo. He hammers one in on Reddick, who gloves the puck and drops it behind the net. Newens is hit hard with a body check from Nielsen, but sticks the puck up the left board to Ian Boyce. He sends it up ice to the Cyclone blue line. Tom Nemeth got it there. Cross ice pass to Nielsen. Left wing at the Comet line. Ran into a check from Newens. Pokes the puck free, but not out. Newens took it back. He's hit hard by Morrow and clears the puck off the left boards into the Cyclone zone. Nemeth with a backhanded swing. Knocks it up ice up the right wing to Nielsen. He was at the end of his shift, and he'll just dump the puck in beside the Comet net. Back to get the puck is Dameworth off the give from Reddick. He'll flip it off the right dasher into the Cyclone zone. Ashtashenko's got it in the left circle. Shot it across ice to Dion. He'll hand it there to Danino, front of the penalty boxes. And now Danino will cruise to the Comet line, then across. He hands it at the right point to Simon. His stick was lifted, puck taken away, and Selmser will send the puck down ice into the Cyclone zone. Ashtashenko back to get it. Moves it ahead of Dion over the center ice logo, hands it off to Simon, left wing over the Comet line, stops left circle, flips it in front, tender for Hawkins. Actually, Danino, his stick was tied up by Dameworth. Danino got it back, put it in behind the net to Dion. To the doorstep, Hawkins, a drive, and a kick save made by Reddick. And then Hawkins polishes off Darling in the near corner. The Comets get the puck back. It's an odd man rush 2-on-1 led by Selmser. Right wing over the line. Put it in front for Purdie. It's over, sticking into the far corner. Then Purdie and Simon collide against the far boards. Purdie came away with the puck to Robin Bawa. A circle of drive. Glove saved by Kasivi. Ashtashenko will clear the loose puck down ice into the Comet zone.
Good quick release there by Bawa, but Frederick Kasivi again off the shoulder, off the glove, and again another big save. He's looking like he's hotter than he was in that first period, playing some great hockey.
Now Dion Darling for the Comets from the left wing of the neutral zone. Dumps the puck diagonally into the right wing corner in the Cyclone end. Nemeth and Laterra battle there. Nemeth won the battle. Moves it up the left wing. Boulis full head of steam through the neutral zone. He's tripped at the Cyclone line, and this is going to cost the Comets. We'll be back with a Steak and Shake power play after this 1-minute break. It's 3-1 Fort Wayne with 10:39 to go here in the second. Back with a Steak and Shake power play after this on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Burnett Rent-A-Car has been in business for...
You ought to see what you can do about getting the Miami broadcaster here for the stuff.
This is the home of March Madness,
and I don't
the
want
Final
it.
Four, All Sports 1360. Homer.
We're back here to First Star Center. Let's pick up the call on the penalty. Well, no, that's not the penalty call. That's an announcement. Anyway, Cyclones with another power play. Steak and Shake power play. Second one of the night. They have the puck inside the Comet zone. Knipscher from the line. A drive. Stick save. Reddick. Rebound cleared out to Knipscher. Another drive. Sails just wide of the net. Dion with the rebound. Shot it off the side of the net. Dion got it back. Threw it in behind the net left corner to Todd Simon. To the left point now to Knipscher. Over to the right point, Jeff Wells. To Knipscher now in the high slot. To Simon, left wing circle. Closes in. Fires just wide of the net. And the puck ricochets around and out to the neutral zone. 1:30 on the Steak and Shake power play. Cyclones regroup.
Now right here, you want to be able to hit the net. 3 shots taken that last time. Freddie missing one and Wellesley missing one. Freddie getting a shot on a big rebound. That's the key on the power play, getting traffic. Not how hard you shoot it, but can you hit the net and get the rebound? That's the key in this power play.
Well, 1:22 remains in the Steak and Shake power play now. We get a whistle as puck was knocked down ice by the Cyclones, and one of the Cyclone players, whoever it was that dumped it back in, I believe Knipscher, did not clear the center ice red stripe. It was touched by the Comets, and icing is called here against the Cyclones. So the draw comes back into the Cyclone zone to the right of Kasivi with half a hockey game to play. 10:01 for the second, 3-1 Fort Wayne.
Dion Darling. How about that name? And look at those statistics. Plus 16 on the year for the Fort Wayne defenseman. That says a lot about this guy. Come in and playing a pretty good and important role for him.
Back to the play. Here's Jan Boulis with the puck in the left circle Comet zone. To the left point, Knipscher. To Wells in the high slot to Knipscher. He'll back up into the high slot. Fakes a shot. Threw it to Simon, top of the circle. To Knipscher, high slot. He just touch passes the puck away to the left boards. Ian Boyce hustles to get it and shot it to the Cyclone blue line. So the guys from Cincinnati have to regroup.
Like Freddie had my right eye at a little haze in it and couldn't see.
Now Bashkirov gave it away in front to Dion. He tries to hand it to Boulis, and Boulis slid right by the puck. It's taken away by Boyce on the left boards. He clears it all the way down ice. You hear a few boos here from the locals.
Well, guys getting a little frustrated. What they want to see is everybody shoot the puck from every angle.
Here's Knipscher through the neutral zone. Blazes a trail over the Comet line to the left wing corner. Actually, the left wing boards. Hands it to Boulis. To Simon, left wing corner. Carries in behind the Comet net, away to the right boards. Cross ice pass, Knipscher left point. High slot now, Danino. Back to Knipscher left point. He backs up to the high slot. Threw it down the left boards to Simon. He'll cruise out top of the circle. Gave it to Boulis, side of the net. Put it in front for Chevalier. His stick was tied up. The Comets take it away. Robin Bawa will clear it up the left dasher and all the way down ice.
3 games from now, that puck will be on his stick. I think Boulis thinking that he was a right-handed shot, and it ended up being a lefty. He wasn't able to get there.
Now one last rush for the Cyclones. Hawkins in over the Comet line. Hands it in the slot. Chevalier moves in. He shoots. And saved by Reddick. Rebound, and Hawkins pokes it on goal, but Reddick was able to dive on it to the left of the Comet net. He holds on. We get a whistle and a stoppage in play. The Comets have come back to full strength. We'll take a 1-minute break with 8:33 left in period number 2. 3-1 favor the Fort Wayne Comets. Back with more Cyclones hockey after these messages on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Next time you drive by a McDonald's restaurant, be sure to stop in and check out the great McFamily Night Cyclones offer. You get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 drinks, a tub of
They're getting
popcorn,
outplayed. They're getting
highly competitive Service Master and
Hell, I'd do it.
programs. Coleman has
I'd have a
motorhomes,
couple extra
campers,
bodies here the
trucks,
whole
pitches,
time.
And GM authorized.
Well, you know, it's not.
All of their
You
sales
don't see many
consultants
fights in
are
the
trailer
playoffs.
and
That's the
towing
only problem.
experts. Call
Yeah.
them at
You're going to sign those guys. I say, yeah, throughout the course of the year. But you're going to have some skilled guys. Not that this is an answer by any
Sports
means.
talk all day.
That's why I say you're going to see some
Sports
change.
1360. Homer.
Oh, yeah.
Back here to First Star Center, 3-1 favor the Comets. Glad you joined us here for Cyclones hockey. John Weideman and Bill Davidge bringing you all the play-by-play and color respectively. Now there's a breakaway for Ian Boyce on the Cyclone line. Backhand and a pad save made by Freddie Cassivi as he did the butterfly in the goal crease.
How about him just standing up and then down on his knees, took away every angle possible.
Another giveaway, Bashkirov, he put it in front, and a nice save again by Cassivi off the shot from Egeland. Nielsen with the puck, scales it off the left glass. It bounces to the Comet blue line. Lance Ward back to get it. They'll move ahead into the neutral zone. Tied up by Brian Secord. Gave up the puck at the Cyclone blue line to Nielsen. He'll turn and carry across the Comet line. Hands it to the right boards to Morrow. He lost the puck. Oh, and he got a stick up in the face of Bashkirov. He's going to head right for the Comet bench. Here now Egeland across the Cyclone blue line to the right wing side with the puck. Lost it to a poke check to the corner. Penn picks it up there, hit by 2 Cyclones. Nemeth sticks it up the boards, but Penn picks it up beside the right wing circle. He gave it to Brad Purdie, and a wrist shot hit the shaft of Nemeth's stick and tumbles in behind the net. Out to the left point, Newens for Fort Wayne. Sends the puck to the left wing corner, Purdie. Back to Newens' left circle. He was tied up. Cyclones get the puck back. Secord and Nemeth are 2-on-2. Secord from the left wing in the neutral zone. Hands it across ice for Nemeth at the Comet blue line. Lost it to a poke check and then got it back. Hands it ahead to Todd Simon. He'll loop back with the puck to the Cyclone line. The stick was chopped there by Purdie. The puck slides to Jeff Wells. He'll stick it ahead to Hawkins on the right boards. Outlet pass across ice to Simon. Carries over the Comet line. Drop pass to Secord there. Tried to flip it in front. Latera was hustling back for Fort Wayne and got it ahead to Penn in the neutral zone right wing. And he is run into there by Astashenko. Off the puck. Latera got it back. Threw it out to the top of the right circle. And Dameworth came down for the right point to poke it in deep. Then Penn picks up a pass in the high slot. Tried to get away a shot. Dion lifted his stick, took the puck away, carries to neutral ice, and dumps it to the right corner Comet zone. This will slide behind the net. And then Simon ran into Chad Dameworth there. The two of them get their sticks up. The meantime, Astashenko hustles down for the left point, pins the puck in deep, gave it to Simon, give and go pass. Astashenko to the slot, couldn't get a shot away. Latera took it away, took a hit from Astashenko, and backhands the puck down ice into the Cyclone zone.
Notice Cincinnati's defense up in the offensive zone right now, being down 2 goals, trying to create some offense just by coming in and pinching and making things happen.
Now Danino dumped the puck off the right boards and in behind the Comet net. Dameworth skated back and touched. And icing is called here against the Cyclones. 6:16 for the second period, and the Comets lead it 3-1. And the faceoff will come back into the Cyclone zone to the right of Freddie Cassivi. This kid Lance Ward, I like what I see of him so far for Fort Wayne.
Wardy is a solid defenseman. He was a first-round draft choice of the New Jersey Devils. Did not sign with them, and ended up, we picked him up in the second round last year. He went back into the draft, and I think Lance Ward is going to turn in to be an NHL defenseman. He's a young guy. He's a big, strong kid. 6'3". He's just trying to find his role right now, getting a chance to play in Fort Wayne.
Great big Western kid as well. From the draw, Dameworth from the high slot, and the Cyclone end drives a shot that butterflies over the net. The Comets get it back. Boguniecki in the left wing corner, coughed it up to Nemeth. who sends it in front of the Cyclones net at the left wing to Knipscher. Ahead now to Bulis in over the Comet line. He stops top of the left circle, loops back into the slot, fed the slot there. Purdie, actually Boguniecki was back checking. He took it away for the Komets. Boguniecki will carry ahead of the neutral zone. Ran right into Bulis just ahead of the Cyclone blue line and lost the puck. Chevalier will just scoop it out to neutral ice. Dion Darling took it over there. He'll stick it off the left corner dasher. It slides in beside the Cyclone net. Kasivi hands it to Chevalier, who carried in behind and came up the left side of the ice through two Komets. The Knipscher left wing over the line and drive. Shoulder save made by Pokey Reddick. Bulis took the rebound. Hands it in the right wing corner. Knipscher carries up the boards. Handed to Wells. Right point. A drive. Hit the goal post. Rebound. Bulis. And laying in the goal crease to stop everybody was Pokey Reddick. His style may be a bit unorthodox, but it's effective right now. He's got his team ahead 3-1 as he pins the puck in the goal crease.
Well, the last minute of play right now. Cincinnati making some good transition coming out of the zone. A big, hard, high shot on Reddick by Knipscher as he broke down the left wing. Rebound coming out, created more offense, and you seen Bulis on the back door, a puck hitting the post, almost putting in the rebound. But again, the score remains 3-1. 5:18 to go here in the second period at the First Star Center in Cincinnati.
Well, Patterson will face off for the Cyclones against Ian Boyce in the circle to the left of Reddick in the Comet zone. And Boyce wins the draw to Shargorodsky in the corner. He'll stick it in behind the net away to the near boards. Egeland bumped off the puck by Nielsen, but Boyce came along, got it to Bashkirov. Wheels over the Cyclone line, stops in the right circle, fed the slot, and Egeland hammers a one-timer wide of the net. Ian Boyce came out with it. Walks it into the top of the right circle, then back to the right boards, avoids a hit, walks into the slot, fires over top of the net. Puck slides free to the far boards. Egeland and Astashenko battle in the corner, and Egeland came away with a puck in the left corner to Ian Boyce left circle, turns and fires a shot. It hit Astashenko in the skates, ricochets right to Nielsen. He'll carry ahead to the neutral zone on the left wing side, tried to give it ahead to Patterson, who had to hold up just inside the Fort Wayne zone. Nielsen brought the puck across. The Cyclones are offside. 4:41 for the second. 3-1 Fort Wayne Komets.
You know, you mentioned the comment before about Ian Boyce when he gets out of playing hockey, becoming an investment banker. You know, a lot of these guys today are being educated to, again, prepare yourselves for the future. He's going to stay in a town that they're going to know who he is.
Right.
And if you're going to be in financial investment, knowing the people around, this young man has got a career ahead of him, especially with that degree from Vermont, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's right.
This guy's done it well, and this guy's going to be worth a little bit of money when he's done.
Now, you ought to see him when he gets his shades on, Bill. I mean, he got the specs on. He just looks like a college professor. He looks kind of like you.
Hey, easy now.
Professor Davidge.
Easy now.
We're back to the play. A drive from the right side of the neutral zone by Newens is gloved by Kasivi. He drops it in behind the net. Danino picks up the puck, cruises through the Cyclone goal crease, then back in behind. Pulls up and stops, hands it to the left side to Henderson. Back to Danino up the middle of the ice. Here's Danino ahead to the neutral zone, driving in off the right corner boards into the Comet zone behind the net to the near corner. And a hit by Hawkins on Newens forces a turnover. Here's Danino left point, sticks it down the left boards. Newens intercepts for Fort Wayne. He'll guide it ahead to the neutral zone to Purdie, to the Cyclone line, then across, flips it in front for Penn. He was tied up by the back-checking Danino. Simon came away with the puck. Ahead to Hawkins, over the Comet line into the high slot. Todd Hawkins now loops to the left boards, then to the point, sticks it in front off of Nemeth skates, and it ricochets right in on Reddick. He sticks it away to the corner. Nemeth got it there for the Cyclones. Tosses it off the back of the Comet net. Tero Laterra will dig it out and flip it off the left glass to the Cyclone blue line. Jeff Wells waiting there. Made a rink-wide pass to Nemeth. Left wing over the Comet line. He ran into Newens. It's pushed off the puck. The Komets get it back. Boguniecki stripped of the puck inside the Comet zone at the top of the right circle. He reacts, got it back, shot it to the Cyclone line. Wells waiting there. Headman pass for Dion is too far. Back to pick up the puck behind the Comet net is Martin. They wave the icing. Martin will stick it up the left boards to neutral ice. There to get it for the Komets is Sean Penn at the end of his shift. He'll just flip the puck into the Cyclone zone. It's picked up in the left corner by Tom Nemeth. He winds up and drives it up the left side of the ice past everybody. It's a race to the puck, and Dameworth got there first. Icing is called here against the Cyclones. 2:51 for the second, 3-1 Fort Wayne.
Now, one of the things that Cincinnati's been doing here in the last 5 minutes, when they're coming into the offensive zone, with the Fort Wayne defense are backing off the line and giving them anywhere between 15, 20 feet, and you're seeing that player then circle towards the boards, trying to draw the defense to them. Then they get into what we call a secondary flow. The defense on their team will then come in and try to look back door to try to create more offense from it. One of the things I think this guy's got to do when he makes his curl, John, is go to the net with it. All right, instead of looking and standing still, you got to continue to skate and get somebody to come to you. Let the puck go to the net. Look for your rebound. Defense continues to go in. I think we're going to have more scoring opportunities.
Well, from the draw to the right of Kasivi in the Cyclone zone. Henderson shoves it up the left boards to Knipscher. He'll stick it down ice into the Komet zone. Dameworth is back to touch. And again, we get an icing here against the Cyclones with 2:40 left in the second. Komets lead at 3-1. Now, Henderson's saying something to linesman Brian Frericks there. Not sure what the discussion's all about.
No, I'm not sure either, but I would imagine Brian had a pretty good answer for him, whatever the question might have been.
Like, get out of my face. I made the right call. Well, the draw is going to be to the left of Freddie Kasivi. And it's going to be Eric Boguniecki, leading goal scorer for the Komets, against Jan Bulis, newest Cyclone. And Bulis wins the draw to the near corner to Ashtyshenko. He avoids a hit from Bawa, sticks the puck behind the net. Bawa took it away for Fort Wayne. He and Ashtyshenko battle for it there. It slides free to the near corner. Knipscher got it. Stuck the puck in beside the net to Ashtyshenko. He'll flip it to the left corner. Chevalier there nearly ran into Waugh. Lost the puck in the skates of Boguniecki. He put it in behind the net for Bawa. Made a return pass for Boguniecki. That's broken up. Here's Bulis the other way, leading a 3-on-2 with Chevalier and Knipscher. Took the pass ahead to Chevalier toward the Komet net. Got away a shot. Pad save made by Reddick. Out to the line. Ashtyshenko a drive and a scrambling save made in front by Reddick. Ashtyshenko right point. Avoids a hit but lost the puck. Boguniecki sticks it to the line to Waugh. And he got hold of the puck along the far boards and sticks it to the Cyclone blue line. Henderson waiting there. Hands it to Knipscher. He'll wheel back just inside the Cyclone line. Avoids a hit but lost the puck in the Komet zone. And it's stuck out to the neutral zone by Dameworth. Picked up at the Cyclone line by Henderson. He'll just shove it to the Fort Wayne blue line. There to get it on the right wing side is Dion Darling. He shot it ahead to the neutral zone, and from over the center ice logo, Bert Henderson backhands one right in on Reddick. Gloves it, sticks it behind the net to the far corner. Patterson tried to flip it in deep. He must have hit Dameworth's stick with that pass, and the puck tumbles over the glass and up into the crowd. We'll take a quick 30-second break. 1:27 left for period number 2. 3-1 favor the Fort Wayne Komets. Back with more Cyclones hockey after this on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Hey, the Ohio Lottery has a new ticket called Lucky for Life, where you can win $1,000 a week for life, $100,000 instantly. And that's all, swell and everything. But there are days when I feel lucky just to be alive,
Cincinnati
like after a big meal at my Aunt Martha's.
Yeah, at this
I feel lucky
for this
when
year.
I crack an egg and I don't get any of the shell in there.
But he's not
I guess
sure.
that's really a matter of skill. So
anyway,
we're all lucky just to be able to play Lucky for Life. The $5 instant game from the Ohio Lottery.
Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Please play responsibly.
So
this is Cyclones hockey on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Here to First Star Center, playing the Komet zone. Morrow's got the puck, sticks it to the right point, and it's over the stick of Danino and out to the neutral zone. The puck just isn't bouncing for the Cyclones right now. Now we're under a minute to play in the second period. 3-1 Fort Wayne. Bashkirov got to a loose puck in the left wing corner Cyclone zone, but gave it right to Danino. He'll stick it up the right dasher, and back to neutral ice. The Komets have to regroup.
Tell you right now, Cincinnati, 45 seconds left. Just want to be able to get the puck down in deep and think about the third period ahead of them.
Ananovis fires on a headman pass off the right glass. It slides all the way down ice. Newens is back to touch, and icing is called here against the Cyclones.
That's what you don't want to have, is a face-off in your own zone, and that's what's going to happen. But I'm going to tell you, this is the toughest lead to keep in the game of hockey or in any sport. You got 2 goals. You're in a position in Fort Wayne right now, and I'm going to go back 1 week ago when I was in New Haven. We're playing Springfield. We're all over them. 3-1 going into the third period. Minute and 18 seconds left. We gave up a goal, make it 3-2. Bang, it's 3-3. Before we know it, it's a tie hockey game. That's how quick the game can change. Right now, we still got over 20 minutes to play in this hockey game. She's never over till she's over.
It's the truth, boy. A three-goal lead is kind of a comfortable lead, but a 2-goal lead, you go, man, I wish we could get another goal.
It's like the next goal wins.
Yeah.
Is the way I feel when you've got that.
It's the truth. We're back to the play. Simon with the puck in the high slot, drops it to the line to Ashtyshenko, and the puck slid across the line to the neutral zone. Ashtyshenko brought it back into the Fort Wayne zone. Offsides is called here against the Cyclones. 22 seconds left in the second period. The Komets lead it 3-1, and that's too bad. Had Ashtyshenko been able to hold that puck in the zone, Cyclones probably could have come away with a scoring opportunity.
Since the last time I was here, Ashtyshenko's seeing a lot more ice time, and that tells me that he must be playing some great hockey. He looks square, he looks confident, he's moving the puck. Tonight he's had 3 scoring opportunities down below the face-off circles. Says a lot about his confidence overall.
Well, we're back to the play, and from the draw, Martin for Fort Wayne will stick it off the right boards. This will slide in behind the Cyclone net. 10 seconds for the period. Time for one rush for the Cyclones. Wells gave it to Ashtyshenko along the left boards. He'll just loop back into the Cyclone zone and kill the remainder of the clock. and you'll hear the buzzer. After 2 periods, Fort Wayne has a 3-1 lead on the Cyclones. The Cyclones have outshot them, but Fort Wayne has outscored the Cyclones. They lead it 3-1 after 2. Bill and I will recap the period right after these messages. You're listening to Cyclones Hockey on All Sports 1360. Homer. Hopefully that'll take a little bit of time off of it.
She's a winner. You want the secret to a great racehorse?
We're just action-packed here.
That rump is the first stage of a certain fine rocket.
Yeah, that
the
was
Sounds
fascinating.
the rump uncoils like a king cobra striking angrily at the
She's been working around Wildman too long.
I have to agree with her on that one.
I hate that guy.
You paid me the
You don't like Tim Pennington?
Enjoy live thoroughbred racing now through April
That
1st.
show is horrible that they do.
Plus, when you purchase a Kentucky Pick 3, Pick 4, Cash 5, Lotto, Powerball, or Cash Plus ticket at a Kentucky Lottery retailer, you could instantly win free admission, free valet parking, and free programs at Turfway Park.
Tell the
Post time
listeners to listen
5:30
to you guys
p.m.
on
Monday through
Monday
Friday.
nights.
Weekend post
That
time
show.
1:10.
I don't think that's a good show. I don't think I do that good of a job with that show.
Association.
I did one good show this year.
Jim Rome.
I am white, and I will not have sex with animals.
Noon to 4. Weekdays.
Oh, great hit, Hawk.
1360. Homer.
Back here to First Star Center, and as we rejoin you, Gilbert Dion fired a shot in for the left circle that Pokey Reddick made the glove save on. He holds on. We're underway here in the third period. The Komets lead at 3-1. Whistle and a face-off in the Komet zone.
Well, what you like to do in that first 30 seconds, and Cincinnati has done it, to get the momentum back on your side. Go in, make a good hit, and right there Dion comes up with a puck, shot on goal, and Pokey, right now, he looks unbeatable, but I got a feeling right now, we talked about it before, it only takes one to get by him.
It really does, and Hawkins made a great hit. You talked about go in and make the hit. Hawkins was the guy that delivered the hit over there on Egeland in the corner, forcing the turnover. Back to the face-off to the right of Reddick. Hawkins going to get it in the corner. He worked it up the boards. Laterra took the puck away for Fort Wayne, but lost it in the skates of Nemeth over there. Actually, that's Simon. They battle away, and the puck is knocked out to the neutral zone to the Cyclone blue line. Jeff Wells back to get it. He backs into the zone along the right boards, then 9-irons the puck over everybody and down ice. This will bounce into the Fort Wayne zone. Lance Ward picks it up and carries behind the Komet net, then out the left side. Got it across ice to Shargorodsky. He'll pick it up and wheel back in behind the Komet net. Stick it around up the right boards to Tara Laterra, who hands it off to Brad Purdie, who moves it left wing to Penn in the neutral zone over the Cyclone line. Then to Purdie, left circle, put it in front for Laterra. It's over his stick. It slides free to the right corner. Penn and Danino vie for the puck. And Danino gave Penn a little spin around job there and pushed him off the puck. Simon took it away, gave it up the line. Boguniecki walks it down the slot, tried to hand it to Penn. He overskated the puck. Back the other way are the Cyclones. Nielsen over the Komet line. Threw it through the slot. Split the defense, came in. Shoot! Big save made by Reddick as he laid the goal stick down. Henderson at the left point. Sticks it down the boards behind the Komet net. Dion Darling and Nielsen battle for it there. Actually, that's Dion. Dion sticks it around the board. Danino, a shot from the right point is sticked away by Reddick. Tara Laterra got to the rebound, sends it off the right dasher, and the length of the ice, skating back to touch is Eric Danino, and icing will be called against the Fort Wayne Komets. 18:09 for period number 3.
Continue to give him a diet of that, John. You know, just keep taking the shots. Right there, a great move by Nielsen. Pulled it to the backhand, hit the top of the stick, and that, again, Pokey Reddick coming up big, but Cincinnati kept the momentum on. Gilbert Dion stayed out for almost 2 minutes to try to get something going. He's hungry, and that's the guy that you go to in a situation like this.
Well, the face-off is to the right of Reddick in the Fort Wayne zone. Boguniecki against Jan Bulis of the Cyclones. And the drop of the puck, Boguniecki wins the draw. Mike Martin picks up the puck behind the Komet net, races out the left side. He'll carry ahead to the neutral zone, being worked over by Knipscher in front of the benches. Coughed up the puck at the line, but he got it back and sent it down ice to the corner. Ashtashenko picks up the puck for the Cyclones. Hands it to Knipscher in the left corner. He'll stick it back in behind the Cyclone net up the right boards. Jeff Wells, he'll carry ahead to the neutral zone. Drives a long one in on Reddick. He gloves the puck and then sticks it to a stick and sent it in behind the net to the left corner. Knipscher got it there. Tabulis to Chevalier in the left circle. He snaps a shot that hit the top of Reddick and tumbles over the Komet net. It ends up on the mesh for a whistle and a stoppage in play. Quick 30-second break, 17:36 for the third, 3-1 Fort Wayne. Back with more Cyclones hockey after this on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Main Street Brewing Company is proud to serve their distinct Cincinnati brewed beer at the Crown during every Cyclones game. Enjoy
Put the girls through a good workout last night. They got the tournament coming up.
After the game by visiting the Main Street Brewery at 12th and Main Street. Or you can stop by the Main Street Micro Express Bar at the Crown, located behind Section 137.
Patch it. You want to
Cheer
rotate
on your local team with your favorite local hometown brew from the Main Street Brewing Company.
This is the home of March Madness and the Final Four. All Sports 1360. Homer.
Back here to First Star Center, John Weideman and Bill Davidge for Cyclones hockey. And as we rejoin you, Ashashenko just sort of dropped one in from the left point. Reddick made the easy glove save, and he just held on for the whistle. Face off to his right.
Again, what you want to be able to do. We talk about giving the goaltender a diet of those things, and right there, Boyce, who I really like some of the skills that he possesses, he gives a little curl, gives it back to Ashashenko. As soon as he does, he's breaking to the net and in hopes maybe of a little tip or rebound, something comes out. Better get Pokey Reddick with the save.
Well, I tell you, as soon as he finds his way here, he might be awesome for the Cyclones. I'm hoping anyway. From the draw, Henderson sends one in from the left point. It's stopped there by Boyce. He'll stick it out to the neutral zone. Then it's pushed back across the line by Patterson. We get an offsides here called against the Cyclones. And 17:08 now for the third. 3-1 favor Fort Wayne. The draw comes back out to the neutral zone.
Well, Cincinnati out shooting the Komets tonight, 29-19, and it's been kind of a two-game type of scenario. You got the shots on goal, then you got the scoring, where it's 3-1 in favor of Fort Wayne. As you mentioned, at the beginning of this hockey game, Fort Wayne come in here, had a little bit more jump, a little bit more vigor, and then a couple of mental letdowns. That's the choice of the game right now, and that's why they're ahead.
Henderson got the puck over the Comet line to Nemeth, the right circle. He fires one wide of the net. Henderson got it back in the left corner. He ran into Ian Boyce over there. Henderson pokes the puck free to Nielsen. He gave it to Henderson behind the net, then to Scotty Morrow. Here's Morrow fending off Ian Boyce. Walks it along the goal line to the right corner. Morrow and Nielsen switch places. Nielsen came out with a puck into the slot. One in on the stick. Backhand, hit a skate. Tumbles away to the left corner. Nielsen got it. Put it back behind the net. Scott Morrow. He'll now carry to the right board. Sticks a backhand right through the goal crease. If Reddick had not been awake there, that one might have gone in the net. And Patterson got it back left corner, sticks it in behind the net for Nielsen. He fights free from a check from Boyce, took the puck to the boards and hands it to the right corner to Morrow. He'll now wedge it back in behind the Comet net. Hands it for Nielsen. It's off his stick to the near boards. Nielsen hustles to get it to keep it in deep. He snaps it to Morrow behind the Comet net. Morrow against Ian Boyce, 1-against-1. Morrow leans out along the goal line, then out to the left circle. Backhand stick save made by Reddick. Hawkins picks up the puck right arrow. Put it in front. So quick I couldn't even describe it. Hawkins picked it up in the right corner and found Patterson on the doorstep, and he bangs her home. It's 3-2 favor Fort Wayne.
Well, words they can't be painted with a goal like that, as you mentioned, John. And what a great pass from the corner. Eddie Patterson standing down there in front of the net. The fans are telling you, you don't have to say a word. That puck's in the back of the net, and Eddie Patterson gets the team within one. Patterson, his 7th of the year. We got a 3-2 hockey game.
All of that done through hard work. You notice that the puck never left the Fort Wayne zone. Cyclone forwards were able to wear down the Komets and get that opportunity.
And Patterson! That's that 7th goal of the year for number 12, Todd Hawkins. Number 42, Scott Morrow at 4 minutes.
So the goal at the 4-minute mark. 3-2 is the score. Play back in the Comet zone. And Darling clears the puck up the left wing to the neutral zone. Simon picks it up in front of the benches, loops back just across the Cyclone blue line, then out. They'll move it ahead up the right wing, intended for Dion. It's over, it's stick into the right corner. Darling got it there, gave it right back to Dion, put it in front. Simon turns fire. Good save made by Pokey Reddick. And a good save there it was. Here's Purdie the other way. Through the neutral zone, lost the puck at the Cyclone blue line. Ashtashenko tosses it out to neutral ice along the left wing boards. Laterra took it away for Fort Wayne. Lost it to a poke check from Ashtashenko, but Mike Martin took it away over the Cyclone line. A drive and a shoulder save made by Kasivi. Then Martin scoops the rebound in on Kasivi. He gloves it and holds on. We get a whistle and no further play.
Freddie's feeling a little bit of that. High shot off the shoulder. Freddie down to his knees. He's a goaltender that can get away with that style as big as he is. Doesn't give away much net. And right there, he took one right off the shoulder, got the puck in his glove, hands it off to the linesman. He shakes it off. Big save right there for the Cyclones, and Kasivi's confidence continues to grow.
And Freddie reaches back on top of the net. Actually, big Freddie, he has to reach down to get that water bottle. Has a drink. Pokey Reddick, I think, has got to reach up.
Yeah, he looks underneath and see if he's got any love letters underneath the crossbar.
Here's the draw to the left of Kissimmee, and the Cyclones get it. Jeff Wells with the puck behind the Cyclone net. He'll pull up and stop and wait for his teammates to organize. Moves it to the left side to Nemeth. He cuts across ice and up the middle of the ice through the neutral zone. Over the Comet line. Moves in toward the net with the puck on the backhand. He tried to stick it in front. He had it knocked off his stick to the corner. Boguniecki got it. And Nemeth hammers him with a body check. Bawa picks up the puck along the right boards. Sticks it out to neutral ice. We get a whistle and a stoppage in play. We'll take a quick 30-second break. 14:37 for the third. 3-2 Fort Wayne Komets. Back with more Cyclones hockey after this on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Marshall's minivan market, Moser Dodge.
I got to mention this. I haven't mentioned this yet.
$1,500 under factory import. That's right, under factory import.
Long Beach and Orlando.
Yep.
Don't think they're not doing some scoreboard watching too.
For 90 days, and the area's finest selection to choose from. Hurry to Moser Dodge. Your minivan.
There it is.
Lives in Madison and Oakley. Moser Dodge is fair, friendly, and
Oh! Hit the stick.
Moser Dodge.
Wow.
531-7000. Your home.
Check your drawers, Pokey.
No lie. He leans the wrong way. That's in the net. Back to first star center. Here's Chevalier. Put it in front. Boyce. He shot it right through the goal crease. Slides free to the near corner. Cyclones get it. Knipscher. He lost it in the skates of Martin. And he gave it to Chevalier. Walks it along the goal line. Got a shot away. And then Reddick got in front of that with a pad. Loose puck gathered in by Boulis. Top of the right circle. Had his stick lifted by Boguniecki. Lost the puck. Sean Selmser took the puck away for Fort Wayne. Carries up the left wing to the neutral zone. Then ran into Jeff Wells in front of the benches and lost the puck. It slides across the Cyclone blue line. Morrow scoops it out. He'll carry the rush ahead to the neutral zone right wing. Stuck it down the dasher in behind the Comet net. Reddick is back there with the big goal stick. He waves it up the left wing side to Boyce in the neutral zone. Then to Bashkirov. Left wing over the Cyclone line. Tosses it in front of the net. It's over the stick of Egeland. Poke checked away to the right point by Danino. And Ward got it there for the Komets. Hands it to Ian Boyce. He kicks it toward the net, and Freddie Kissimmee came up with a save and held on. I think Ian Boyce was trying to borrow a page from the soccer team and kick that one into the net, but Freddie made the save anyway.
Well, he made the save. Tracy Egeland sitting around down in front of the net, and that's one of the things Cincinnati's got to continue to do. Tighten up the defense. Make sure that anybody's around the net, they're back on their backside. Eric Dandino had good position, but he's got to be able to finish that off. But here in the start of the second period, Cincinnati's come out a little bit of more vigor. It looks like the caffeine's starting to kick in a little bit. And I think, too, Ron Smith has probably said a few things to say the importance of this hockey game, boys, goes beyond just 2 points. It's being at home. It's making things happen. They want to be able to stay ahead of that Orlando team if possible.
Now, these two teams are going to meet tomorrow night up in Fort Wayne for the back end of this home-and-home set. We'll have the game for you on 1530 WSAI. We're back to the play in the neutral zone. Danino took it away from Egeland, hands it to Nielsen at the Cyclone line. He was dragged off the puck. Bashkirov took it, threw it out to the neutral zone. Shargorodsky picks up the puck and just cruises over the line, putting the Komets offside. And then you hear a horn and a whistle, and now we may get some pushing and shoving, and we do. We may get a scrap. I doubt it. The linesmen are there to intervene. Yep. We'll take a 1-minute break, 12:54 for period number 3. 3-2 Fort Wayne. Back with more Cyclones hockey after this 1-minute break on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Kmart and the Cyclones have teamed up again
Bashkirov's first shift after getting hit again.
And you will bring some rain to the area, then maybe even a flurry.
Good ball player, too.
Colder air settles in. Now, back to the action.
Can we get him here?
You're listening to Cyclones hockey on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Back here to first star center, John Weideman and Bill Davidge for Cyclones hockey. 3-2 Fort Wayne. And off the draw, Shargorodsky dumps the puck into the Cyclone zone. It came out to the right point. Lance Ward drives it over top of the Cyclone net. Wells picks it up in the lower right wing corner. Hands it in to Simon. Then to Dion, left wing over the line. He fires! And a blocker save made by Reddick. Hawkins got the rebound behind the net. Hands it to Dion. He's got it in his skates in behind the net. Working it free from Ward. Gave it to Hawkins, and then Dion is pinned against the boards by Ward. Battling free. Hawkins got the puck in the left wing corner. Against Shargorodsky, they battle. Shargorodsky spun him around and knocked him down. Not a call. Hawkins came away with the puck. Walks it out in front. Couldn't get a shot away. He ran right into one of the Komets. It's a 3-on-2 rush now the other way for the Komets. Shargorodsky in over the line right wing. Give and go past Shargorodsky to the slot. Shoots. Kissimmee makes a save and lays on the puck in the goal crease. He hit the knees to stop the shot. couldn't control the rebound, but his teammates Ashtyshenko and Jeff Wells each put their sticks in front of the goal line and kept that one out of the net.
Well, end-to-end action. Cincinnati did everything but throw the kitchen sink at Pokey Reddick down there. Great work by Dion, Simon, and Hawkins below the goal line, but in transition, 3-on-2, going back the other way. Shargarazzi, good opportunity, but again, Freddie coming out, making a big save. Almost looked like it snuck behind him, but a big save right there, John. 12:05 to go here in the third period.
Here's Boyce and Boguniecki facing off to the right of Kasivi. Boyce wins the draw to Nemeth. He picks it up and carries in front of the net. Was hooked, but got it ahead to Knipscher. To Boyce over the line, down the left side. He shoots. Glove save made by Reddick. He robbed Jan Boyce of a sure goal, and Boyce got good wood on the shot. He was going for the top right corner.
Well, if Jan had about 5 more feet, you would have bet he would have made one move to the right, back to the left, because all you had was Reddick out of the net, 30, 35 feet, tops of the circles almost. He makes the save on that. A big save again for Pokey Reddick. He's in his zone.
Well, here's Boyce and Boguniecki to face off again. Boyce wins the draw. Knipscher had it in his skates and was knocked down. And then reaching in to get it is Bawa, but he lost the puck to a poke check from Boyce. The puck slides to the left corner. Darling got it there, was hammered with a check from Knipscher. Puck ends up at the right point to Nemeth. He sticks it to the right wing corner, Chevalier. He avoids Dameworth, left the puck for Boyce, took it in behind the net, carries to the left wing boards to the high slot. Nemeth, one-timer, he didn't get all of it. And now here's Selmser the other way. He's caught by Boyce and dragged down to the ice. Cyclones get it back.
Good second effort by Boyce to get back on that play.
There's Nemeth with the puck in the neutral zone, hands it to Boyce. Over the Comet line, left wing to Knipscher, left circle in front, Chevalier, shoot! Highlight reel goal! Boyce, Knipscher, and the guy that finishes it off, Chevalier! We are tied at 3.
Oh, how do you like me so far? How do you do an inside the out? I mean, Mike, unbelievable move. I'll tell you, Jan Boyce is going to put people in the seats with moves like that. That's the Wally Zerbiak of the Cincinnati Cyclones. Oh, baby, is that any good?
Man, I'm telling you what. Folks, you folks listening on All Sports 1360 Homer, I wish you could have seen that.
Unbelievable. Words can't express it, but listen to the crowd as they take it away. Chevalier ends up finishing it off.
Fred Knipscher, number 39, Jan Boyce at 8:44. Cyclones goal by number 10, Jeff Chevalier from Knipscher and Boyce, 8:44 of the third.
And a little over 11 minutes to go here in the third. 3-3. We got a brand new hockey game playing the Cyclone zone. Patterson with the puck against the left boards. Tosses across ice to Morrow. In over the Comet line down the right wing. Got by a check, but then lost the puck to a poke check to the corner. Mike Martin took it away for the Comets. Moves it up the left wing, Bashkirov, neutral zone, then to Egeland, give and go pass, Bashkirov over the Cyclone line. We get a whistle, offsides called here against the Comets. Quick 30-second break, 10:41 for the third, 3-3 the score. Back with more Cyclones hockey after this on All Sports 1360. Homer. Was that a goal? Was that a goal? I mean, Chevalier had time for a sandwich and a cup of coffee. Oh, my God. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
The plus
Man,
guy is so advanced.
I want to see more of that guy.
Adjusts itself to achieve maximum air comfort.
Well, how do you do?
Efficiency. You don't have to pay high heating bills anymore. Just check the yellow pages and call Bryant to the rescue.
How we doing now, Air?
We're fine.
Got a 1-minute break coming up.
On the home of the Final Four. All Sports 1360. Homer.
Back to the play at First Star Center. It's in the Comet zone. Wells with the puck in the high slot. Flips it toward the net. We get a late whistle. And offsides is called here against the Cyclones. Linesman Brian Frericks, and I think he made the right call. Jeff Wells had the puck. It looked like it just did trickle across the blue line to the neutral zone, and Jeff Wells continued with the play. He pulled it across the line and got a shot away, but the whistle blew offsides.
Don't argue with a Miami guy tonight. All right, Brian Frericks made the right call. All right?
I'm not going to argue.
All right.
I think it's a good call. And it's Miami's night, Bill.
You got it.
In about 20 minutes, they're going to get it going. And, well, hopefully for the Miami fans anyway, that Wally Zerbiak can work his magic one more time.
You got it.
But I'll tell you, there's going to be a whole state just south of here real sour about that if that happens. But, hey, that's the way it is in March Madness. And we're back to the play. We got our own March Madness. Hawkins with a wraparound shot is sent wide of the Comet net, and the puck ends up down ice in the Cyclone zone. Nemeth picks it up a inside the Cyclone net. Drives it off the left glass, right onto the stick of Dion, who moves it ahead to Simon in the neutral zone on the left wing side. The puck popped up into the air, and Simon knocked it down ice into the Comet zone. Darling moves it quickly up the right wing to Latira. He'll send it down ice into the Cyclone zone. It slides free to the corner. Brad Purdie outfights Henderson for the puck in behind the net, and then Henderson tosses him into the corner boards. Purdie hit head first, no damage done. He's up on his feet. He kicks the puck in behind the net. Latira back to Brad Purdie. He's lost his glove. See how long it's going to take before one of the guys gives his bare hand a whack. Puck is knocked out in front of the net. Simon's got it. He'll carry out. Dumps the puck lazily into the left wing corner Comet zone. Mike Martin back to get it. Carries in behind the net, then wheels it to the right boards. Here's Martin leading the Fort Wayne rush ahead to Boguniecki in the neutral zone. Dumped it off of linesman Kevin Lord, and it's batted away right to Freddie Knipscher, who moves it to the Fort Wayne line for Boulis. He had it poke checked off his stick. Cyclones get it back in the neutral zone. Danino moves it back to Henderson along the right board Cyclone zone. He pitches it off the glass and across the line. Bawa sends it into the Cyclone zone, but Boguniecki was there ahead. Offsides called here against the Komets, and a couple of number 33s. Henderson and Boguniecki look like they want to have at it, but the linesmen are going to intervene. And we'll take a 1-minute break with 8:49 left in the third. 3-3 the score. Back with more Cyclones hockey after this 1-minute break on on All Sports 1360 Homer.
Holden Motors is family-owned and operated.
Backhander there from close range from Brad Purdie.
Complete customer satisfaction.
Cyclones hockey. By the way, if you're coming down here Sunday afternoon to see the Cyclones take on the Cleveland Lumberjacks, get upstairs to the new Galaxy restaurant. That's the new name of it, Bill. It's been a while.
Really? The Galaxy, eh?
Yeah, and go see Kelly or Susie. Tell them you heard it right here on Cyclone Hockey Broadcast, and they're going to give you a discount on your meal. Back to the play. Boulis the other way. Over the Comet line, left wing, put it in front of Chevalier. He shoots! Laying down and laying the stick down as well was Reddick to knock it wide. Chevalier nearly had a deuce.
I bet you Jeff Chevalier wish he had 10 seconds back in his life.
Oh, man, that was so close. Back to the play. Danino drives the puck off the right corner boards in the Comet zone. Chevalier got it to the left point. Henderson a drive. Kick save made by Reddick. Saw it all the way. Selmser with a loose puck against the left boards. He'll lift it over everybody and down ice into the Cyclone zone.
This Jan Boulis is really going to add a dimension to this team if he can continue to skate and move, showing the hands like a true professional. He's doing a heck of a job.
And there he catches a pass in his skates, tries to kick it to his stick, but he's stripped of the puck by Boyce, who'll flip the puck into the right corner Cyclone zone. Bashkirov there to get it. To Tracy Egeland. Boulis gave him a rough ride behind the net. The two of them battle for the puck. It squirts out. Boulis has it. He'll carry out up the left side and move it ahead for Knipscher, but it's by him to the Fort Wayne line. Dion Darling got it there. Misfires on a headman pass. Henderson is back to touch. Icing called here against the Komets.
You know, Boulis with his hands, it's like playing with a yo-yo and you do the sleeper. You know, you throw the puck out, it's like a yo-yo. It hangs there, it hangs there, it hangs there. Then you little snap back with that top hand. It's right back up into your hand again. That's Boulis with a puck. He is nifty, I'll tell you.
And if you don't have confidence, you can't do that. He's got to be a confident guy.
Well, he's got to be, and he's a 21-year-old, and what he brings to the table at 6'1", good hands, good feet. He's got a little bit of scoring sense. You can't make that into hockey players today. Now, if that little ticker of his, that heart continues to go, this guy isn't going to be around in the IHL very long.
Well, from the draw to the right of Reddick, the Komets get the puck. Dameworth will carry up the left wing of the neutral zone. Nielsen steps into him right in front of the Cyclones bench, causing a turnover. Cyclones get the puck. And Morrow will just backhand it down ice into the Komets end. Dameworth and Nielsen vie for it. Nielsen got him again with a check, but Dameworth has the puck. Now in behind the net. He kicks it away to the far boards. Egeland got it there for Fort Wayne. Moves it ahead right wing in the neutral zone to Ian Boyce. Steps over the Cyclone line. Made a drop past Dion Darling. Fired a shot. It hit Ashtyshenko in the skates. He knocks the puck up the left wing boards to Morrow. He'll carry ahead over the Comet line. Left it at the point to Patterson. Takes his time. Sends it to the right point. Nemeth stops on a dime, top of the circle. To Ashtyshenko at the blue line. To Nemeth, top of the right circle. To the slot. Nielsen. Oh, a big save made by Reddick. Oh, did Kirk Nielsen get everything on that shot? And now after the play, Darling and Morrow do a little pushing and shoving. And then Patterson is in there to help out as well. We get a whistle and a play stoppage with 6:53 for the third and 3-3 the score.
Well, that shot only happens with a right-handed shot on the left side of the ice where that puck slides across the tops of the circles and into a one-time position. And Nielsen, he didn't waste any time in letting that thing go. And Pokey Reddick came up with a save. I mean, he is playing unbelievable. Cincinnati right now blasting 38 shots, and Pokey Reddick coming up with 35 saves out in the evening.
Well, some scores to report to you from March Madness. Go ahead, Bill.
March Madness in the Midwest region. Michigan State 47. Oklahoma 42. That's in the second half, of course. Duke 78. Southwest Missouri State, father-son Alfreds. That's the final score that we've got right now, so Duke moves on to the final 8.
So the final 8 or the final 4?
Final 8, is it?
Is it final? I'm not a basketball fan, so sorry, folks. We talked about it all night, and I don't even know.
Yeah, it's the final 8.
Well, anyway, we get a whistle and a stoppage in play on an icing call here against the Fort Wayne Komets. 6:35 now for the third. 3-3 is the score. And the guys kind of talking it over after that icing call. I think some unfinished business, as you hear in the open sometimes.
Yeah, I think they're just going to call it an offside play. Face-off will be just across from the Cincinnati bench in the neutral zone. But you're going to see right now, I think the Fort Wayne Komets realize Cincinnati's got a little momentum going. You watch for the little left wing lock to make sure they've got 3 people coming back. They'll send 2 people in, but that third winger, in this case, look at Andre Roy backing off into his position on the side.
And this might be a good line for the Cyclones to get a mismatch going here. You got the Cyclones top line out there.
Yeah.
Simon, Hawkins, and Dion, and the 3 checkers for Fort Wayne. Let's see who wins the battle. Simon carries ahead to the neutral zone. Over the Comet line, by the defense, tries to flip it in front. And it hit the stick of Purdie. He'll pick it up in the near corner. Flip it in behind the net. Hawkins pins it against the left boards in the Comet zone. Sticks it in behind the net for Dion, who sidesteps a hit from Martin. Lost his stick, though, Dion did. Kicks it free to Simon. To Hawkins along the left wing boards. Here's Hawkins now at the left point. Turns and flips it on goal. And laying the stick down was Reddick. He knocked Dion down in the process as well. Puck cleared away by Newens, but Hawkins got it back left boards. To Simon beside the left circle. Tries to float it into the slot. Sean Penn intercepts for Fort Wayne. Leads a 2-on-1. Over the Cyclone line. Drop pass to Waugh. Return pass for Penn in the slot. It slides by him to the near boards. Penn picks it up and sticks it in behind the Cyclone. And Ashtyshenko's got it. He carries out the left side. Flips it over everybody in the length of the ice. And this will slide right in on Reddick, the Fort Wayne goalkeeper, who immediately moves it up the right wing to Sean Penn in the neutral zone. He steps over the center ice red and dumps it down the right boards behind the Cyclone net as he and the rest of his teammates get off on a change. Now Knipscher got hold of the puck off the pass from Nemeth and sends it down ice in front of the Comet net. Lance Ward got to the puck, gave it up along the far boards to Knipscher. Tries to poke it in front of the net. Shargorodsky poke checks it as well. Knipscher got it in the slot. Knocks it free to the right boards to Jan Bulis. Here's Bulis now. Carries up the board, spins away from a hit on Latera. Bulis turns again on Latera. Fed the high slot. Nemeth sticks it toward the net. Stick saved by Reddick. Rebound Knipscher. He sent it wide of the net. Latera got it back along the left boards. Hands it to Selmser. He's stripped of the puck at the right point by Knipscher. He'll flip the puck in behind the Comet net. Lance Ward back to get it there for Fort Wayne. 4:40 to go here in the third. 3-3 the score. Ward takes his time now. He's waiting for his teammates to assemble. Now he moves the puck to the left wing side to Shargorodsky. He has no play. He flips it over everybody in the length of the ice. Skating back to touch his Nemeth. Icing called here against Fort Wayne. Quick 30-second break. 4:28 for the third. 3-3 to score. Don't you go away. We'll come back with the conclusion of this hockey game right after this message on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Hi, this is Ed Patterson.
Lance Ward didn't read page 8 of the pattern breakout manual.
Security.
He didn't know what to do. He's standing back there. Nobody moving for him.
Not as secure as it could be. Contact Bob and Doug, the professionals at Mill Security at 921-4600.
Yeah, you think he panicked right there, Bill?
No, he just, you know, in New Haven, we send our wingers early. Those guys are standing still.
Oh, yeah.
Shield Security, the official electronic security provider for Blue Star Center and the Cincinnati Cyclones.
From Turfway to the Speedway. All day, every day. All Sports 1360. Homer.
Back here to First Star Center, 3-3 the score, playing the Cyclone zone. Henderson's got the puck. He'll move it off the right boards over Patterson, sticking out to the neutral zone. Chad Dameworth got it ahead of the Fort Wayne blue line and sends it right in front of the Cyclones bench. Nielsen sends it back to Henderson, who gave it a Danado over the center ice logo, and he dumps it beside the Comet net. Reddick lays the goal stick down and sweeps it away to the right boards to Bashkirov. He backhands it rink wide. It was intended for Boyce. He was at the end of his shift. The Cyclones get the puck back. Ashtyshenko. He flipped it rink wide for Patterson. That's by him in the length of the ice. Newens is back to touch. Icing called here against the Cyclones.
Well, again, 3:39 left in the hockey game. It appears Fort Wayne back on their heels a little bit. You can see it in their forechecking scheme where they're only committing to 2 players. They're making sure that their third player, usually in a game like this, would be in a trapping position in the middle of the ice if they really wanted to win. What they've done is they backed off that guy so that we call it a left wing lock. He locks himself onto the backside. Then the defense continue to back out, so they've got 3 across the line. Cincinnati's got to continue to skate, take the puck to them in the defensive end, make some crisscrosses, and follow up on rebounds.
Now from the face-off to the right at Kissimmee, Jeff Wells took the puck behind the net, hands it to the left wing side, Ashtyshenko, then to Hawkins. A long drive for the neutral zone is gloved by Reddick, the Fort Wayne goalkeeper. He'll flip it in behind the net for Matt Martin. He left it back there for Newens. He's a new one. Came up from Flint in the United League. He'll flip it off the right boards down to the Cyclone blue line.
A new one, huh?
A new one.
That's a new one on me.
We get a whistle. Offside's called against Fort Wayne.
You're a dandy.
I didn't know what to do with it. I just thought, what the heck, give it a shot.
Well, you took it to the next dimension, I'll tell you that.
If I go down in flames, Bill, I won't take you with me, I promise.
You're burning. Well, right now, Cincinnati, I think, again, and again, you look at your offensive scheme and what's happening. Cincinnati directing pucks at Pokey Reddick. You might get a bounce. It may come up. It's not going to be any harm. You hope maybe he turns the puck over. The second thing that you're seeing is that Cincinnati, their third man high in the offensive forecheck, is going after the puck carrier. They want to make something happen. They know that they've got the mo in this game. It's their game to win.
Well, from the draw, here's Nemeth carrying to the neutral zone, and from over the center ice logo, he dumps the puck to the left corner Komets zone, and Bullis polishes off Darling with a body check. Darling got to his feet, flips the puck to the right boards. It looks like a rugby scrum over there. Puck in Robin Bawa skates, kicked out of there by Knipscher. Then Darling picks up the puck and skates beside his net, threw it up the left boards for Ian Boyce in the neutral zone. He ran into Tom Nemeth as he crosses the Cyclone blue line. The puck skitters away to the corner. Chevalier had it, then lost it. Henderson picks up the puck, carries behind the net. Moves it to the left wing side to Bullis. Headman passes for Chevalier in the neutral zone. The Komets end up taking it back. Bawa will flip the puck to the left corner Cyclone zone. Nemeth absorbs a hit there from Boyce. Nemeth has the puck in his skates. Boyce trying to dig it out there. Nemeth doing a good job of pinning it there, but Boyce came away with it behind the net. Look out, wraparound shot, he scores!
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, man, Ian Boyce. He snuck that one past the left post and by Freddie Kissimmee, and with 2:16 left in the third, the Komets go back on top 4-3.
Well, what I didn't like about that is he had an outlet. Tommy's trying to take a face-off down in his own zone, but you've got momentum going. You've got a partner right there in Bert Henderson positioning himself behind the net. The puck should have been moved. Instead, Tommy loses his footing. They come up with a puck, and again, Boyce walks out, ends up stuffing it past Freddie. The second goal from that position tonight, and Fort Wayne gets a much-needed goal to put themselves ahead 4-3.
Boyce, number 21, Chad Dameworth, 1744. Fort Wayne goal by number 8, Ian Boyce from Dameworth, 1744 of the third.
Well, there you hear the announcement. 2:16 left for the third. 4-3 favor the Komets. We get a timeout as Cyclones head coach Ron Smith wants to talk it over with his guys. And I think you're going to see all the stops be pulled right here, Bill, near the end of the game. Probably, I'm going to guess in the last minute and 15 seconds, we'll see Kissimmee head to the Cyclones bench. And they're fixing the ice right in front of the Cyclones bench, so maybe Ron Smith did not call a timeout.
Well,
it gives him a chance to talk it over with his guys nonetheless.
No, you're exactly right. And again, the play is being right after the goal. There's no timeout. That's what they're doing. Was fixing the ice. Ron still has that ability. It's something you want to take right now, probably around the 1 minute, 15-second area, if you can get a whistle or if there is a whistle at that time.
Well, from the face-off at center ice, Cyclones control the puck. Danino with it on the right boards. Hands it to Ashtyshenko. He overskates the puck, reaches back and got it away from Purdie. He'll carry ahead through the neutral zone. Over the Comet line, lost the puck at the point to a poke check. And then Newens for Fort Wayne will stick it up the left wing boards to Purdie. He skates to the Cyclone blue line and let it go down the boards behind the net. Danino went back and got it. 1:50 for the third. 4-3 Fort Wayne. Danino made an outlet pass up the middle of the ice to Simon, who hands it to Ashtyshenko, who overskates it over the center ice logo. Got it back. Flips it off of Simon. Stick down the right boards into the Fort Wayne zone. Bashkirov sticks it up the boards. Not out. Danino right point. Sticks it on goal, and Reddick was able to stop that as he laid in the goal crease. And then we get a whistle and a stoppage in play. Gilbert Dion, as he had his back to the Comet net, went for a tumble, but he may have skated over Pokey Reddick's blocker hand or maybe even fingers in the process, so we get a whistle and a play stoppage.
Well, again, Cincinnati doing what they have to. Danino getting the puck on the right point. Dion going back to the net, and that's one thing Gilbert does well. Those shoulders looking up ice in a position to not just only get a rebound, but to look for possibly a deflection as he continues to back in. He ran out of space. case. Pokey Reddick, the recipient of Gilbert Dion's motion, and the whistle went. We've got a face-off to the left of Pokey Reddick. 1:36 left here in it's ball season, isn't it?
That's right.
In the third period.
By the way, congrats to the Reds. They sold out opening day just across the way. I'm going to try and find a way to get into that ball game. That's April the 5th. That's a Monday. Hopefully I can get in.
Just put on a uniform, walk in like a player.
Let's see. Joe Kelly, Cyclones Media Relations Director and a former Reds employee. He might have some ties.
You think?
Maybe. Well, there goes Cassivi to the Cyclones bench. Dion's got the puck down the left side. Ahead to Chevalier to the corner. Chevalier tied up by Darling. Hands the puck to Knipscher. Loose puck taken there by Knipscher. Got a backhand away. Saved by Nemeth. And by Reddick. Nemeth a drive from the high slot. Stopped in front. Here's Boyce the other way to the neutral zone. Long shot into an empty net. He scores. And that's going to put it away. With 1 minute to play here in the third period, the Komets take a 5-3 lead on Ian Boyce's second goal of the hockey game into an empty net. 5-3 is the score.
Well, it certainly is a shame. Cincinnati coming back here in the last period and a half and playing hard, trying to make something happen. To no avail there in the second period. Weren't able to get on the scoreboard. Here in the second period, scoring a couple of goals early, and then an empty net goal kind of nullifies the whole scenario. Ian Boyce picking up 2 goals here in the third period, and the Komets are going to walk away here tonight with a 5-3 victory.
Well, we go back down to center ice for the face-off. 5-3, favor the Komets. We'll see if they pull Cassivi to the bench again. From the draw, the Komets get it. Darling will just pitch it off the left glass. It bounces in beside the Cyclone net. Cassivi directs it in behind for Ashchenko, who carries out the left side. And Cassivi is going to head to the bench. Simon had to hold up just inside the line. 44 seconds. Simon moves it rink wide. Ashchenko left wing through the neutral zone. Over the Komet line, down the boards to the corner. Lost his footing and the puck. Slides free to Dion, then to Hawkins. He came out along the goal line, was tied up, lost the puck. Ashchenko got it left corner. To the right corner, Dion. In front for Simon. It's off his stick. Here's Henderson, left circle, drive. Glove save by Pokey Reddick. It's been that kind of night. Cyclones getting 43 shots on goal, and Pokey Reddick has stopped 40 of them to preserve his team's 5-3 lead with 26 seconds left here in the third.
Well, there's no question it has been a goaltending scenario for Fort Wayne. That's been the difference in this hockey game, no question about it. At the other end, a couple of mental mistakes has really caught up with Cincinnati, and Frederick Cassivi, and hoping that you come up with a big save. Just hasn't been the case here tonight. A couple of goals being brought out from behind the goal line. Goaltender's got to be able to shut that down, and that's not the case here tonight.
Well, Simon wins the draw to Wells at the left point. He slings it over top of the Komet net. Bawa picks it up there. He sticks it away to the far boards. It ends up at the left point. Nemeth tries to move it in deep to the corner. Bashkirov intercepts. He gave it to Shargorodsky. Long shot is past a Cyclone empty net. Hawkins is back to touch, and icing is called here against the Komets. Fort Wayne is going to pick up their 28th victory on the season. Cyclones will pick up their 29th loss of the season here in about 6 seconds. And the two teams will get together again tomorrow night up in Fort Wayne at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum. We'll have the game for you on 1530 WSAI, beginning with the pregame show at 7:15.
And Fort Wayne jumps ahead of Michigan now in the Central with 3 games in hand, 6 big points. And as you mentioned, tomorrow night, the same Cincinnati Cyclones will be venturing their way up to Fort Wayne in hopes of getting a little revenge here tonight, Johnny.
Well, you have to hope anyway. Here's the draw to the left of Reddick, and Nemeth breaks his stick on a shot. It ends up being knocked away harmlessly to the near boards as time elapses, and then after the whistle and the horn, Jan Bulis has dropped his mitts to get into the face of one of the Fort Wayne Komets. Actually, it was Dion Darling for Fort Wayne. Doesn't matter. The linesmen break it all up. The Komets win it 5-3. Bill and I will tell you all about it in the postgame show right after these messages. You're listening to Cyclones Hockey on All Sports 1360. Homer.
Today's game.
Well,
it's a damn shame.
Maybe they'll bring the guys from